Patmen peeking too much, kind of baiting Udaton into playing too aggressively. Udaton dies, so he doesn't have the ability to stop the Raise Rocket. The Raise Rocket kills the guy who's anchoring on B, forces them to use the Yoru ult to try and salvage the round. The Yoru ult doesn't get any value because they're too panicked trying to salvage the round that they should have never been losing. Holy sh! Today, we're going to find out what happened between GE and DFM. Let's get into the first map, which is Breeze. Okay, so real quick, let's just talk about the comps. On the DFM side, we've got Astra, Viper, Sova, Yoru, Jet. This is a pretty standard, very common comp being played on this map. And on the GE side, we have Omen, Astra, Vito, Yoru, and Sova. So lots of similar agents. The main notable difference is obviously that there is no Viper on GE. They're playing a double smoke comp, but they're playing with 2 orb smokers, which is a fairly unique take on the map so far. Now, I will say that I do know how this game ends. I know what's going to happen, but I wanted to try something a little bit different. Instead of doing a live watch party where I'm kind of, maybe splitting my attention between chat and the game, I wanted to just do a like full-on VOD review where I'm focusing strictly on the game just to see whether you guys like this type of content or not. So you might be able to digest the game a little bit faster as well.
I make that defensive side a little bit easier because you come in towards this veto as well, the map veto as well as the actual agent veto, and you should have
DFM starts their attack going into A.
A bit of an A walkout for DFM.
GE 4 players grouped middle with the Sova support over the top.
If you consider Crystal at the top of nest.
And they're quickly into A.
There's someone here that interceptor, so instantly with the screen up, they're just going to set up camp on the site.
5 versus 5s, it's going to get scrappy.
As soon as the smokes go down, well, Nebula coming back up, but there goes the pop flash. GE wants blood. It's going to be Patmen to find 2 trades, and Crystal as well take one more down.
I think
with
DFM pretty surprised at how quickly all 5 of GE were here. Kind of a nice pistol from them.
It's not even planned for him, mate. There's just no
way
that he's
they definitely were not expecting to lose full control of the site so quickly.
Taken down by Patmen.
Quick little 3K for Patmen.
In the pistol.
And GE gets the pistol.
Much DFM, Cess expected to be Kaide.
All right. Outlaw, 2 Guardians, 1 Ghost, and a Bulldog versus
so we'll see
basically all classics and a
change
Bandit.
Throughout the course of this map.
Definitely something to keep our eyes on.
One thing I like, GE doing a lot of spam through this. They're one of the few teams that I've seen spam this consistently. It is fully spammable on this line, and this is one of the most common ways that attackers will try to control this orb. So I think this is something a lot of teams should be doing more of, is just auto spamming this.
Again, GE, not one of those teams that you want to lose momentum against. But one other thing that I have been wondering about is this double control, the Astra Omen specifically.
Yeah, instead of opting for the Viper. Bit of a different look to it for sure. If you didn't have the veto, right, I would definitely say there's no reason not to have the Viper.
Fast forward through this part.
Different style with Frost saying veto is
DFM
kind of the best
grouped outside of B
right now when a Yoru exists, so it's a bit ambitious. Don't get me wrong. Speaking of the veto, cheeky plant here potentially. No.
They cancel the plant. Wow. No money for DFM.
There goes.
Nicely done.
Planking down onto the ground. More kills coming through.
Yep.
Not much else that really. Well, Cess, interesting little journey up mid doors.
Well, man, a caller, right? He's just going to be lurking around everywhere. These sort of rounds. Just look for some little impact that you can do. If you've got the plant, it would have been nice for Yutska. Technically nearing out.
We've got a huge flank from the Astra, looking for some sort of backstab damage.
Possibly can, because we have seen a lot of great impact lately on having an ult go into the bonus round, having
an ult go into the fourth. Okay, 2-0 GE, really clean.
Going to be something that continues to snowball.
And we have a bunch of full armors, 1 regen shield. Obviously, that's good. The Outlaw is still in play. DFM starting in a little bit of a 2-2-1.
Up for GE.
1 player at B.
They did, of course, see the Outlaw as well, so a bit of a priority on getting out the full shields into this round. Akame going to be down onto just the regens. So hopefully he's
going for a elbow walk, and they find May, pick him off.
First. That is
the anchor goes down.
That you would want to see for DFM, who, by the way, he was kind of by his lonesome self on that.
And you can see really proactive from the Omen, walking through immediately, sort of re-clearing the space. This should make the rotation over to A super clear for GE. They picked off the solo player. There was no response, and they re-clear it instantly. This is very good proactivity.
That lurk roll. That's a bit of an interesting one for DFM there. As Patmen will also take that full space towards the B window. This is a
Bobby's going to pick up middle.
Esports currently.
So there aren't really any gaps.
Control of the whole map with the whole pacing of how things have been going.
Yeah, and I'm looking at this Vito util around the site too, mate. Look at the chokehold at the mid doors. It'll keep you occupied for a bit. You've got
So goes for a drone to check for information without risking his body.
Even Autumn, TP to get on back. You got these double TPs for a reason that you can get a
And
little
we're
bit
just
dancing
going
around
to fast forward through the down times.
Pushing to where the defenders by guns.
However, Patmen, one position you definitely wouldn't expect. He's got the Guardian, of course, but he's still going to make it sing.
And he also just got tagged up by a car, mate, so knows that there's
Another
another
couple picks for Patmen, and the jump spot gets the information on the spike location.
Gets lost for Global is if they give freebies to DFM here.
Certainly not what you want to have, but unfortunate circumstances. You're down to 10 seconds. And
10 seconds left.
It's a save. Or maybe it's a pray that you can hold on to the gun. To be honest with you. Scans, peppered down, and finished off. Flawless.
And they pick up the last kill. Okay, 3-0 GE.
Util around the map. We're going to have to see massive
DFM, 1 stinger, 4 sheriffs, and they're going to go ahead and quick hit A, it looks like, with a lurk through double doors. Again, the spam, good, does some damage. Drone has to be invested super early.
Have to put in initiative to figure out where the opponents are playing from.
Javi stepping forward. I don't like this play. This is pretty risky. He's totally alone, has a gun. He has already confirmed that there are people at A with this drone, and he's just swinging into a blind angle, basically. I mean, obviously has the one-way advantage, but this seems like a way too aggressive play from Javi. He has no support from anybody else. This could be just a donated gun.
Clear so much util. They have to put in initiative to figure out where the opponents are playing from. And for Javi,
and it will be a donated
he's playing
gun.
for the grave. That's not good for him.
Not fantastic, but you know, just decent poke nonetheless. Enough
good positioning from Patmen
to just rendezvous back to the site, hunt down the final
and he's
kill.
just killing everybody.
And look who it is. It's Cess. He's lurking again. Now Patmen for the ace.
Again, DFM planting in a way where their mid lurk can't help them. Patmen gets the ace. 11-0, pretty insane scoreline. DFM's plan seems like the overall macro of their plan doesn't make a lot of sense, where they keep going here with this super late lurk, but then he actually can't help. So not my favorite game plan. Obviously, Patmen saves GE from what could have been a disastrous round with Javi giving away the gun.
Currently 11 kills.
Round number 5. Aggro fight from GE.
A lot of noise up towards cave, though.
Yeah, you got to remember, double TP availability too. Autumn can get out of dodge, so can Udotan, with a little bit of a delay on the TP, of course, by nature of the agent, but they know this is a split.
GE has 4 people here, though.
Patmen just being here, ever so present.
Stall so prepared.
And Patmen is now 13-0. 13-0.
That's another flaw.
Well handled from GE. Head into round number 6, and we're going to have a timeout from DFM. Trying to find some sort of adjustment. They've gone A almost every single round, and it has not worked out. So now we're going to go B. Pretty basic adjustment.
Getting a Blade Storm online as well would have certainly helped.
3 guns coming into this one, plus the Sova ults.
Confident to stay close, though. Still
Maybe a little greedy for Udotan to stay up there the whole time.
Immediately.
Does get a kill, but gets traded.
Suppressive fire laid down. Autumn, meanwhile, moving
see Yaska trying to go get this gun.
Of this toxic screen.
Yeah, the investment of the dimensional drift here
The
might
DFM
be
slows
quite
it
nice
down.
for them as well, given the pilfering of the gun that's potential. This is a workable round for DFM.
Close enough.
Still gets the
Tracers do
spam.
reveal positions, though, so down goes Yatska, but
Okay,
he immediate
3-3.
trade. Still, though, everyone's already on site. They hear the spike going down, but they have utilities to kind of toy with that as well. And that goes Autumn in for it. Flash is sent out as well. Kaide is pinned down, and there's no chance at escaping from
And
DFM.
GE wins out the duels. Tons of ults for DFM. I assume they're going to burn at least 2 or 3 of them in this round. Looks like it's going to be A control into maybe some sort of mid-round split.
So if there was ever for DFM to get around on the board, it would be now. And they
Quick pick on Udotan. This is actually the second time we've seen GE get punished by a quick jet updraft over this box.
Quick and furious. Still, though,
happened against
clear out as much as possible.
Barrel, I think, or whoever they played this map against the first time.
Player advantage, no pit for Kaide, but they can push behind the wall. You can start to push for a bit of ambitious plays if you want to.
Again, a little worried for DFM. They've got one player who's completely not part of this.
Just Kaede to work around the smokes. Cess is still so far away, but
Patmen finally dies. 16 and 1.
Cess, you've got to go fast, mate.
Where do you think he's coming from as well? Tied by the drone, revealed in the open.
Position that he's played before. GE knows it all too
And again,
well,
the spike is just not planted for this to help.
Right
So I don't really know what DFM is doing. They keep
007.
planting and having this Astra try to win them the round, but he actually can't do anything because he can't access the spike. So if I'm DFM, I'm going to start planting here, if anything, or here, just so at least the Astra has a line onto the spike and they can spam. I really don't understand what their game plan is. But GE playing very well, obviously. Patmen kind of just killing everybody.
For Yartska and 0-7 and an assist for Cess.
Also, lots of ults available still for DFM. They didn't use any of their really big ones that round.
I think Patman still hasn't died yet at all.
No, just once, just then.
Continuing on now. Okay, recon.
And
let's go back and look at this.
0-7 and an assist for Cess.
I think Patman
Round
still
number 8.
hasn't died yet at all.
No, just once, just then.
A little bit of a different setup for GE. They moved the veto to B. They've got Crystal playing double doors and Javi playing sort of passive A. They don't have any sort of A control, which puts Crystal in kind of a weird spot because if they do come out A, he doesn't really have a great fallback option.
Continuing on now. Okay, recon a little bit later.
Goes for an aggressive check, gets run over immediately.
Nonetheless, in with Hunter's Fury as well. Autumn trying to play spoiler around the back of boxes, but May will continue with his hunt. Marked down by dimensional trim.
Something that I've kind of noticed about GE's A site is I feel like their positioning on A site is always pretty vulnerable, whether it's to a split or an A hit itself.
Flank to come on out. Cess to feel the pressure here. It is
seems like they're always kind of susceptible to getting run over at A site, especially when the Sova is here.
That would be the best scenario yet, and he hopes for it. Hunkers down, does manage to find what's needed. 1v2 now. And an angle that's all too clear.
Okay, DFM finally gets on the board. We'll see what they do. Well. They switch back. Okay, they bring 3 people here. We're going to have the Omen be the A main guy.
Now, one of these rounds, especially the way that G has been rotating across the map, this time around, though, DFM, very different approach.
Quick little note on the veto stuff. I'm always a big fan of vetoes that do this, where you've got sort of a fast rotate teleport that allows you to skip a dangerous part of the map. So you don't have to expose yourself to anything in middle. You can walk to about here and then teleport top middle. Gets about half your rotation done over to the A site and skips the most dangerous part of it. So I like this placement here. This setup is a little bit weird. Crystal is seemingly kind of completely out of the round so far. He's playing in a way where he can't really do anything to help his A players. He can't check for mid. He can't really do anything other than rotate quickly to top middle, which is maybe part of the plan.
A slower one right now. No fights from the get-go. Yartska pushed up through mid.
DFM exploring
GE
middle.
For a bit of control through main.
Okay. Cess gives up his location, but
oh, there goes
it's a kill, gets traded.
Surprisingly enough.
And not deep enough to reveal.
And this is kind of a similar round to when Patmen pushed out of A early on. He gets the trade, pushes out, confirms, hey, there's nobody else here. So they basically have to either be coming into A this way, which is why Crystal's watching here, or they're coming B. Yudisan, a little bit dangerous positioning. Javi can't really help him, and he doesn't have any utility to play off of. So we'll see how this goes.
In the site. Now they know that it's on the B site. Unitan has to get out of dodge. Ooh,
yeah, his positioning not the best there.
He took a little bit too much time. Javi still on the site though, looking to anchor, but there
Javi
goes
gets traded.
Quick movement.
Patmen quickly on the flank.
Oh,
somehow wins that. That is ridiculous.
What a hop from Patmen.
Take flight.
There goes Crystal to do some initial scouting while Pat continues to keep them invested.
Quick rewrap by the Viper into top middle.
Oh, Paranoia gonna miss its mark. You expect Patmen to TP up at the top. It's good identification from
what can Patmen do with 5 HP?
That he should be very, very capable of finding. I mean,
Crystal drones out. He doesn't know he's being wrapped here.
Here's the drop, and there goes the kill as well.
And the round is over. Okay.
Like Breeze. really has all of them through.
So
They still have
even though it's 7-2, I think I've definitely seen a few little worrying signs of GE as far as like their positioning on some of these weaker sides of the map. DFM when they do make up their mind and hit a site, it does seem like they're kind of running GE over a little bit. We'll see if that
I
matters
was talking about that
or not.
economy a little bit earlier
Patmen
as well.
18 and
Global
3.
Esports, right? They still have
Insane
another
performance so
purchase here.
far.
Good usage once more of the interceptor. Zap away that util in towards the mid doors. You do have
Okay, we had a
a lot of space
paranoia used to
identification
set up
mid as well
the
for Global,
Yoru
so
on
you
the
gotta look
elbow line.
elsewhere right now. Autumn's TP about to fade. He only has one, mind you, so when that is gone, he's either committed or then without.
DFM pressuring
And
middle
he's holding in the elbow, so he is
and
committed into this
wrapping
deeper line.
here, but looks like they
Yeah,
are
with
going
operator,
into an
could
A split.
be effective still, keeping things competitive out towards middle. DFM,
Yeah.
not
Crystal
feeling safe
gets
enough to really
to double
creep on.
doors to drone to
Well,
clear
Minimark
this.
on the line.
Udaton
You've
going to
got nil
maybe play
information
off the
as
drone
Crystal, so you
potentially.
want to use that drone, see what other space you can find, see what positions of your opponents you can garner.
Or just to inform Udotan to
Okay, gets
hold the
one,
position,
gets
hold the
traded.
ground. Shorty goes diving in. And there goes DFM into sight.
And no real
streaming
help for
through
him
with
there.
Javi
Did have a
getting gunned
teleport,
down
but
as
wasn't
well.
able to use it in time.
Autumn beginning to set up
Patmen,
a
though,
slight
anchoring.
flank while Pat holds
Alone
around the
against
pyramids.
3.
Makes
Okay,
use of the
2.
toxic screen to sidestep through. 2 kills to his name. Listening for the
30
tap.
seconds
Autumn so
left.
far away though. Has to skedaddle on over here.
You want
Operator
to
from the
fight
flank. Perfect cosmic divide.
Finds the timing.
Patmen
Oh!
takes out Cess just
Outplays
from behind it.
May
Remember
with
that
the
flank I
movement.
just spoke about? You have to have a bit of an idea as May that this can be
Play.
possible.
And
You
just
caught
takes
with
the timing.
knife
I mean,
out. Patmen getting
Another incredible round by Patmen. Honestly, I feel like
the right timing again.
without Patmen's
Experience
heroic,
worth its
GE
weight in
might be
gold
in
the
trouble in
server
this
at
map.
the
I
moment, and Patmen
haven't really liked their
showcasing that
macro
he
so
is
far,
just
but
reading
Patmen is
you
obviously
like
playing incredible so
a
far.
damn. Absolute
8-2.
do happen in these moments, but there's so much that'll be
Go to
coming
round
through Cess's
11.
mind in that situation. And now it's
Early
gonna be
B
more of a
pressure.
rapid approach in towards this B side.
That's an insane shot.
Shot
That's an
from
insane
Patmen.
shot.
He's looking for even more as well. Shrouded steps. Oh, God,
This
this
is
is
his home
brilliant.
perch, I feel.
Just looking for it. Sets
Javi
up the
and
smoke
Patmen playing
reveal.
together.
He holds it also clear with Javi. The
Filipino
perfect
power.
duo in tandem. Now for Yudo to
And again,
finish it
I mean,
off.
Patmen
More from DFM.
just shuts down the round by
Squads are
killing the
doing a
entry.
very good job of punishing you at choke point entries and in trades.
Final round of the attack half for DFM. They're going to go fast middle.
Evolution out.
Vito ult gets
Udotan.
expended at A. We haven't seen Kaide use his pit at all.
Mid.
DFM
Quick
haven't really gotten into
from
a position
DFM.
where they can
What do you
use
do?
Viper's pit
You smoked
effectively
off, you
for
stalled.
the most part.
Trying to make
Crystal.
Ooh,
As Yatska
nice shot from
gets
Yatska.
on the board.
I don't know what happened over
There are
here,
also
but
multiple
Udaton just
extras
killed
on
2
the map
people.
outside across mid doors as well as cave. Yatska going to continue on with his tear though, since his position
This is a
already
very
known.
strange
And he
round.
thinks the
Okay,
TP, so
Udaton
he's
gets
just
3.
the
I feel like
wrong
every
second.
time he
Yeah.
uses this ult, he's usually getting at
Akame
least
left.
2,
Gun here.
oftentimes 3.
Spike on his back.
Repositions
But
to get a
at the
better
end of the day, it is
crossfire.
1 versus 3.
We'll try to creep on through anyway, listening for whatever
Teleports
tells
again,
can
kind of
find,
throws
but
off the
it's a bit
positioning
of lady luck that needs to come to his favor here.
for
absolutely.
Akame.
A slight reveal onto Udotan. The Cosmic Divide comes up as well. Akame
Little
trying to dance around it.
little,
but Patmen's just way too
little
swift.
uncoordinated between
he ended on
the
here?
2 players on site.
24, 25 kills.
10-2 though.
At the end of the
Patmen 25-3. I think this is probably the best half ever. The best half ever played. And yeah, I mean he just owned him. This
most
should be a
effective
pretty easy
to the
closeout
attack
for
they
GE.
go.
Revealing area.
I mean, I gotta say it obviously, right? DFM need the pistol.
Okay, quick
That should
little
be said.
5-0-A.
GE do like this A site. That should be said. And it is the weaker side for DFM at the moment. They are
DFM being
pushing over towards B
proactive.
with 3, so
Down
they can
B.
potentially have a bit of a rapid flank. Although
But
the
it's not going to
TP
be fast
was
enough.
taken from Yatska.
This map is too big. You have to either instantly push out or just hope that you have people in the right positions. I feel like pistols on this map are a pretty big gamble a lot of the time.
To better back up the normal CT approach, Autumn straight shooting onto Akame.
Nice little
Position
spam kill in
we
this
are
little
holding
pocket.
onto as well. Pat instantly gunning down Seth. Here's the footsteps and calls it to the team.
Oh,
Javi
oh.
though getting gunned
Okay,
down. Yatska
pistol's
with a
kind of
bandit.
going the way of Yatska.
Udotan still
And
alive,
DFM.
however, but now getting
Yeah,
shut down. It's
GE
just
losing a bunch of
Crystal
duels
left.
all of a sudden.
Especially at such a long range of Classic 2. Tries to go for the wide step
Wow.
out. Manages to take down Mate.
1
but still,
HP.
He's down to 1 HP.
Singular Harry Potter here needs to sling out some good magic to be able to find this one as Kaede gets off it.
Wow. How does he not die? That is crazy. That is crazy.
What a Red Bull clutch to come out from Crystal.
I mean, again, I feel like the fortunes are favoring GE for sure.
Bit of a
Double
buyout for
Marshall.
DFM here. See what the Marshals are
sheriffs.
going to be able to do with the sheriff.
Now, I actually kind of love this buy. You know, this map is over, but I like this buy. Just kind of want to talk about it for a second. You've got the ability to basically one-shot people if you combine a sheriff and a marshal together, targeting one person, to almost instantly kill them, even from full armor. You know, on this map, it's a pretty good buy.
As well, tags and
May
trades.
probably could have bought a little bit more
There's
since
the first.
the map is
So no trades to come out as May falters on
likely
the side.
over if they
Into
don't
the
win this
crosshairs
round.
Of Autumn. This is going to be a bit of a quicker one on the back of this utility if you want. But the Marshal makes you second guess a little here as Global. They don't need to overplay their hands. They don't need to waltz into a trap. They've got a player advantage.
Careful.
They can really
Yep. She gets the
allow
pick.
DFM to slip up here.
And we'll kind of fast forward through this part. GE going to wander around looking for an opening.
Well, since Seth's the only one left on this A site.
Good proactivity from DFM, fighting them in the middle.
There turns into a big firefight as well.
Just a big gun diff.
Have their way with things. It's up to Matt Point.
Lots of damage done.
Yeah, I did not think the scoreline discrepancy was what we'll be seeing between GE and you probably want to forget about
And we go into the final round for DFM, really.
the 10-2 half
Gonna buy
that
up.
was seen in the beginning from RRQ's just demolition on that attack.
May does have that Vandal, but Outlaw should be high value this
Here we go
round
anyways.
for GE.
See if
We're
DFM
gonna
are
have
going to
Autumn
be able
searching.
to have a little bit of depth in this map of Breeze.
As I tell you, if they watch back that previous round, it's going to give them a migraine.
Yeah, they'll be kicking themselves from the result there, but you probably have to rewind the tape a little bit further in the series to pick up where you went wrong.
Just coming to reset now, find what they can get. Playing the long angles, trying to find shots here and there with Bulldogs. The Marshals
Okay.
coming through.
GE kind of just dry peeking.
Step on through.
Getting
a little
caught
too
out.
Exposed. Courageous smoke out.
Pretty disconnected from GE here. Not a great team round from them.
Not expect that your opponents are also holding inside of the smokes. But as they all start to fade, so too the chances of GE in this round. 2 versus 4. You got the flank. The other side of the map, of course, being held by
What's
Seth.
the recovery look like?
Where he finds the space, he will try and hold it. With 30 seconds to go now.
30
Couldn't see a way in which GE are going to be
For
able to
GE,
break
you're
this
just
B
trying to do
side.
as much damage as
Here's the
possible
territory
here.
Held by DFM with 3.
Keep the money down for DFM. You're going to lose this round, but you can buy next, obviously. This is your bonus.
Here, the orb getting picked up. So not really any remaining moves left for Javi. Other than hope for kills here and there, but way
Okay.
too many targets on the other end.
Breaks and armor, but not
You wanna
the
just
best
throw this
bonus
map
from
away,
GE.
Prince?
29 and 5 for Patmen. The scoreline is really just something else.
Losing the close
Okay, looks like it's going to be a bit of maybe mid control into an A
ones.
split potentially.
Feel a little bit harder.
They're going to go out guns blazing
Yeah.
anyway. And
Of
attack.
course, it's Patmen
Yeah.
who gets the first pick.
The player advantage, the scan of 2 in towards
They're
mid.
just
You
gonna go
feel
ahead and
incentivized
speed it
to
up.
say that you'd need to find something here. Opting not to spray too early.
Okay.
Rewarded.
Little gap in the smoke. This is one of the problems with the Omen. This smoke is too small to actually block off this perfectly. I think maybe if Patmen had placed it a little bit further this way, but then it gives more ability for the defenders to kind of bleed out of the smoke into weird angles. So the Omen smoke maybe a little bit too small for this smoke. Maybe Astra smoke needs to be used here if they want just full coverage here.
Towards mid, you feel
Something that G should definitely be looking at, because if I'm an opponent, I'm looking at this and I'm 100% playing this angle against them a lot.
incentivized as May that you'd need to find something here. Opting not to spray too early. Rewarded for it.
Flash still might have gone through though, so G still
Big
looking for
updraft
their
play over the
opportunity
top from
into
May.
a side. They actually trudge on back.
Patman
comes
kills
in with
3
the kills.
again.
Yeah.
Onto Cess and Akame, who
Okay.
have the information.
Scaling
just
a
trying
little
to
bit
hold
off
on.
there.
Right angles, but
But Crystal kills 2,
takes that
and
one,
GE
and
moves
GE
on. Quick look at the comps. Pearl was one of the better maps for GE last year when I was on the team. We played a lot of this sort of style. Astra, Neon, Killjoy, Sova, +1. We played a lot of Double Sentinel with the Vice. But GE this year going with Waylay, Yoru, Vito, Astra, Fade. For me, I'm not as big a fan of Fade on this map. I think Sova is definitely just a bit better because of the The op line on B, it's a little bit harder for Fade to contest this. So we'll kind of have to see. We've got a nice little, head to head between these two agents. We can see which one has more value on the map potentially. And GE starting on defense here. 4-player mid for the pistol.
Things, but right now just going on the offensive. Starting off on the defensive side as well. GE immediately taking so much control over mid.
Little 1-for-1.
Not scared to take fights whatsoever as the choke.
And a quick reaction from DFM to speed up on B. Break the trip.
Over at the B side, the rest of the utility
Drawing rotations over here, but you can see this is actually a plan for DFM. This is kind of nice. They show here their reaction is to fake like they're going B fast off of this, and then they're actually going to go A. Kind of like a nice little double, even 3-layer pistol here.
I'll just zapping away as the clone was sent in. Autumn on that call took his gate crash to back this up. So Yatska
they're second guessing themselves
like to find
now.
Some good timing against Autumn right now, and I don't think he's going to find it. Immediate
and a good little re-clear from Autumn.
As GE will hold player advantage. Space in B.
Doesn't hear anybody stomping down B,
forward
so he just goes in peeks.
For Harvey. Rotations for Patmen as
Finds
well.
the kill,
Needed,
clears, Yudaton. Has no fallback option, no support either. A little bit dangerous, but
so
he's got good aim, so he should be able to win this.
These guys might be taking time to re-clear middle. GE is quite aware of this because Yudotan is prepared.
Goes 1-for-1, maintains player advantage.
Very committed there. No bailout strategy, so he's done well to find one. And you got to remember, Javi has pushed all the way through a main. Now Patman spots out where Kaide is. You don't need to get too big for your boots here as well as GE. You've got a player advantage. You've got this flank. They can come on through. Although, as I say that, what do I know, right? Patman finding the line into the site does have a bailout scenario. But he does die.
Quickly read.
Okay, good trade from Javi. Things are getting a little bit weird
though Akami now trying to stick the
for GE.
Down. Meanwhile, GE just looking for the angles.
Just needs to play this together. Going together, trade out.
Pop flash right off the top. Close range though, so Akami still has a chance, but sooner rather than later, maybe running out of ammo, does have the chance to reload. Still though, unfortunately,
Javi clutches it out. He's been good for that most of this year.
Map
so far.
Adjust 5-second window for some.
And let's take a look at the bonus or the anti-eco buy. We've got again 1 pistol, couple rifles, outlaw, and a specter. Should be able to farm this pretty easily.
Which is massive.
Doing it again. Up towards a main.
Ooh.
Clone from Autumn as well. And
guess it doesn't matter. Autumn still gets the first pick.
Oh.
He's playing weak side at the moment, but he can get hungry for the kills as well with the TP.
And what's DFM's reaction?
Recognize it's just up against the pistols at the moment. As long as you recognize where the gaps are in your own defenses, you should be all good. That's why you can see some rotations from Crystal over towards back spawn. Just make sure that there's no water pushes to come out. Autumn looks for a flank for a couple of seconds, so they are picking up what gaps could be coming into play. I wonder if DFM are going to get another situation where they can try and bully their way in here, get a plant, perhaps. It's
okay, so the gap is art. Patman is going to just peek this with the recall. Fairly safe to do this.
Does confirm at least just a little.
Only saw the killjoy though.
Trinkle of information.
At the same time, totally sure. Okay, with the teleport should confirm.
Crystal right around the corner.
So they do get the plant.
Good pick from Patman.
We'll give him that. G still feeling comfortable enough to go in for the big challenge
and
on
an easy cleanup. Nicely done from GE.
Yeah,
though. Watch to figure it. The slight little giddy up from Gen G if you're.
All right, first gun round, we can see DFM full armor. They know the outlaws on the board.
They did lose the
Patman picks up a vandal.
So we'll have to wait and see on their weaker side of Val.
Okay, early A control taken by DFM. Is GE gonna refight this? It looks like they might be.
Into a 3-stacker.
Oh, completely pushed forward. GE wants to prevent them from breaking through, but unfortunately 2 players will go down. Autumn with this outlaw forced to reload. That takes time.
This seems pretty hard to refight without.
Into a 3-stacker.
Okay, they do invest 1 flash.
Oh, completely pushed forward.
But then it's the Astra wide swinging. They do have saturate and dash for Patman, but he decides to just try to duel through the wall.
But unfortunately 2 players will go down. Autumn with this outlaw forced to reload. That takes time.
Yeah,
G definitely in trouble in this round.
Spotted here. I think Crystal
again,
was too,
it's their bonus. They just want to do as much damage as possible,
though.
Though.
Settle from DFM.
And DFM calls a freeze.
Time that you wouldn't get flanked. So that's a duel. That was very
Ide finds a pick.
Should be an easy close here for DFM.
So
should open up the A site.
Online, Akami possibly drone in through. At least with numbers advantage, but we'll see if Autumn's outlaw can do anything.
Yeah, did finish off Yatska.
Crystal gets caught by the alarm bot.
Crystal perhaps get on in.
Comes back through art. going to
DFM,
get
no,
any
they'll
more
let,
damage. A couple
hang all the
players
way
are
back towards
susceptible to being
No
shot by
reason
the
not to
outlaw.
play from there as well. When you've got some recon availabilities from Akame, you got the nanos that are going to chip him down. You got the gravity well as well. So you just got a lot of win cons here for DFM.
Look at
Bomb grenade out.
the decisions from Yatska. Clearing all the way out back. So quite comfortable.
I think I would love to see Crystal just kind of running in with the Spectre, trying to do some
Just
damage, let
towards
Autumn
the
play off of
spike
him.
itself. DFM.
They're going to
Listening
try and
for the tap,
defuse.
waiting
It's going to be
up the
almost impossible.
utilities.
One enemy.
Taking off the recon. Instant.
And it's traded out by
Playing
DFM.
couple of
Okay.
rounds. Very
Alright,
close to a
gun
couple of big
versus
ults
gun.
for DFM2. Hunter's Fury, lockdown.
What's the plan? We've got Solo, Astra B, 4-player fighting for A, trying to sort of... I think the idea probably here, GE realizes that their A fight is probably weaker than the DFM fight. And so they want to be like, hey, we're not afraid to just bring our whole team and fight you at A, so that you can't just come here for free every single round. So they're going to bring 4. TPs are not really set up for a fast rotate to B, so they just have to make sure that Javi doesn't die or get
What's
run
the
over at
B-side
B.
elevation for Javi? Drone's going to ping him, so that should be the freebie
You can
ult.
see Crystal
All
already
if
on the
they
way
want it.
over.
Just do your due diligence and clear all your corners first.
G maybe going
How
for a
far you
triple
are up,
flank.
Get that lockdown available, perhaps, and get the Hunter's Fury off the plant.
Ooh, okay, interesting. So they push all the way up to here, but then instead of continuing their flank, they're now going to rotate all the way like this. I don't like this. I think this is like, if once you get up to about this, you kind of have to commit to pushing all the way through, because this is going to take you way too long. Obviously, the Yoru can skip part of the rotation, but these other 2 players are going to be completely irrelevant for most of the round.
Can't use that.
Or just kind of waltz on through and really
Yeah,
set up
don't care about the orb, sure.
Wow.
It's fine.
Maybe they're handing it over. Okay, Akame will be the one to pick it up.
We'll see if
Hunter's
G
Fury
is willing to
play
wait
post
for
in
these
this
players to
5
get here.
versus 5.
Looks like they
Every
are.
single member of GE going to be coming from the spawn side.
As convergent paths possibly set things up. Hunter's Fury deployed a little bit early. Convergent paths clear out halls.
Okay, what just
Hunter's
happened
Fury
here? So they waylay ult back halls. Hunter's Fury is trying to stop the scaling.
a little bit early.
Looks like it tags 2 people who are now trying to scramble to not die. So the waylay ult kind of gets instantly countered.
Convergent paths clear out halls. We'll see where the light speed lands. Unfortunately, 2 Patmen's death, but that will be the goal light for everyone else.
He's
from GE.
still winning
Now
the fights
executing
out.
on this site. The trade's coming through from
Okay.
Yatska, but there goes Autumn as
Trades
well.
are good.
Yatska still
Where's
alive.
the help?
Gets onto the diffuser. Now it's 1v1. Autumn trying to dance around, and he gets the kill.
5
at the end.
HP. Okay,
Very,
GE
very
wins
early,
that out.
However, I think that was a bit of a misplay, perhaps, if I was to pinpoint something from Crystal there. 2 versus 1, you do see from the spotto from...
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't super clean, but they get the trade of ults and they get the round win. So pretty excellent round for GE
At
in
least
terms
the
of
ults
momentum.
have come online.
All right, real quick, we've got Yoru and Astra ult, 1 off of Vito. Over on this side, we've got KJ and Yoru, 2 off of the Neon.
Some of them, yeah. But how much favor do you put in the lockdown, perhaps being the be-all and end-all to gain you entry in towards one of the sites? Can Yatska?
Good economy awareness. Yatska buying the Outlaw when he knows that this is a very expensive round for GE to win last round. So they won't want to save after winning a round. So they're going to force up. So lots of half armors to be targeted by the Outlaw.
Similarly, do the same with the Dimensional Drift. It is a lesser buy for DFM in this scenario, which if GE win, cleanly, sets themselves up with a bit of padding on their own econ as well. So it can definitely be the time in the map to have a great start to the defenses for GE. Cause some worry for
doesn't
DFM,
really
even more
push
so
anybody
than what we saw
back
from
on
the last
B.
map. Or
Yeah, they haven't really done a lot with their default. They showed a little bit everywhere, but they haven't actually pushed anybody off this line. So 3 players going to be happily stacked at A.
if you somehow come away with a thrifty-esque round here as DFM, maybe be able to come out with a good attacking performance that we've not seen yet.
Hoping for at least Yatska is just eager to find a shot with this Outlaw.
And actually, I like this mid round from DFM. They
Patmen's
send
still
their
sticking
Outlaw
around.
contact,
Oh no, crosshair
while the
placement
other
slightly
4
thrown
go
off.
here.
It's just going to be go time for DFM to bully their way into the site as well. And all of the arc pressure already established. They are in.
Which means it's a really sticky situation for GE. At least getting the planter down. but at the cost.
Patmen able to stall the plant. Smokes go away.
Still
Things
the
are getting a
drift,
little
cost
weird for
divide
DFM.
available, everyone else arriving
They still have
soon
numbers
enough up
advantage.
towards Flowers.
They
begin
go
to
ahead and
push
put the
up.
killjoy lockdown in.
Lockdown,
Yeah,
though.
I think they have
Go
to at this
in
point.
deeper. May prevents that from happening with the off angle. Slides on up.
And that kind of triggers GE to try and get ahead of that lockdown. They know they basically have to fight for control now. So they probably can't retake after. So honestly, pretty good adaptation from DFM. They don't have to spend too much in the round. GE down to a save.
You got to play for the full save.
Time to jump.
We'll see while DFM pilots this round at least. Up towards middle now.
Focal point on that, just Yudotan. Again, no way to get out of a sticky situation as GE.
Okay, lots of art focus from DFM early.
That could be the go signal for DFM to push down Art. No.
They're going to come back and refight A? Looks like they might be.
Looking to take the fight against the Classics.
Oh, Crystal has just been ditched by his teammate. Two of them, in fact. Or rather, maybe put himself a little bit too far forward. In a bit of a miscom. Hopefully we do see that patched up a little bit later on buys.
Okay.
Autumn does well to get
All
a
good.
trade there. And there's an opportunity.
Do they protect the gun?
Freebie on the Artsco. This is where things could get a little bit wonky, my friend.
Oh boy. Okay.
Gets it at the
Yeah,
end,
things
but
are getting a little
Nakami's still able
weird
to
for
take down Autumn
DFM,
now.
but Autumn picks up the gun and then
Gets it at
goes
the
for
end,
a
but Nakami's
push.
still able to take down Autumn now.
Maybe surprised that
With
DFM
the
hasn't
alpha
moved
that
at all
Yudotan
from spawn.
just picked up. What can he do?
Oh, if he hung around for another split second, he would have had that line with the way the DFM peek around the corner.
Ooh.
And the expectation is going to be a bit of a B play end up for DFM.
And they
but that's
think
not
that
gonna happen.
DFM's just going to go
Dribble
B.
towards
The
what they previously
gamble's
did. They
wrong.
were a heavier B side team on the attack. They had
Little unlucky. We'll kind of skip through this. DFM going to plant.
eyes and
GE
afford to have a
very
couple
late to get back over here.
gone towards the next
Essentially
round,
no
but
chance to win
see
this.
what damage is be able to do.
Playing safe for now.
Yeah.
Up around the
Time is
spike.
already too late.
Low movements. Barrel spotted.
Yeah, that's it. I don't see anyone peel away. Hold on.
Javi going to save the gun.
They flash
And we're
out.
tied at 3.
Wait.
Okay, just problem, just fake.
Wait,
Scanning
foolish.
ahead.
They flash out. Flash out.
Guys, it's neon ulti, will be split A, fast split A, should be fast split A.
Ano one way?
Can you follow him? Chill, guys.
No, no, I'm so far.
They're not coming. They're not
I want
coming.
me
Chill.
there.
It's a good read though. It's a good read.
Okay, so we hear there from GE's comms. They're expecting a fast split art. It sounds like maybe they're aware at this point that their art has been weak. They put the trip here. They're like extra aware of pressure through art. Also kind of seems like DFM knows this because they are faking a fast here, trying to get a reaction out of GE. They're clearly not committing anywhere because they're too spread to actually hit a site.
Recognition there from Crystal. Could be a split A. For the
Did
moment
Autumn
of
see
time
this
it
guy?
was, but now you got a bit of this mid-doors pressure
Okay, nice pick.
from DFM as Autumn removes Cess from the equation and Patman does well to not overplay his hand.
You gotta admire how they really calm their nerves down after the initial contact. Just long enough to find the shot. Now extra information off of it. Now you can definitely confirm it's gonna be a split A. So
Yeah.
Pat,
Okay, Crystal looks like he is worried about the water. Nobody really helping Patman here. He's trying to hold this. Yudotan looks like he's got this angle. But other than the saturate, Patman doesn't have a ton of
waiting
tools.
to strike while the
To
iron
live
is hot.
here.
Down goes a couple players from DFM, but Kaida and May able
Trades
to
are
answer
there.
back. At what cost though?
Very
Their
low for
health
DFM. This should be
incredibly
pretty
low.
winnable
Yeah.
for GE.
Susceptible to wall bangs and also
Nice shot
open
from
lines
Crystal.
of sight.
And now you just need to not play this round essentially as Crystal from here on out. Wait for your team to come. Don't give
Yeah,
May
good
an opportunity
discipline.
for the 1 versus 3. He's going to
Good
try
discipline
and
from
do it
Crystal.
with the time that he's got in his hands. There's the first, there's the
Uh-oh.
second. This is why I say you have to play 3 versus 1s as a 3 versus 1 because this is what can happen. Crystal will now meet with May
Wow,
at this
I
B
mean,
site, but will
that
he
should
get
never
here
happen.
earlier than May thinks.
That should
That's
never
what it
happen.
comes down to. Makes that relay bolt, of course. He just pops overdrive.
Oh, Crystal's
Continues to check the
kryptonite
angle.
is the neon ult.
Tough shot for Crystal to find. He's got to be so careful.
Do you think that May has relocated into the
Decides
link,
to
though,
let it
Crystal here?
dissipate. This is a good decision from him.
Suspects it.
Or does he? Clearing holes.
Clears
Gotta look
holes. Doesn't have recon for
Overdrive
another 10
expired.
seconds, so he's going to have to
Handle in
tap
hand.
this early.
Well planted for May, but it's an angle that he can swing out and spot.
He's going to go for it. Crystal's onto it.
Ooh.
Oh, it just it goes so perfectly.
It's a nice try by
Red Bull
Crystal.
blood.
I mean, obviously,
You
a
have
great
to
round
play
from May. Let's look at this
very
trade.
important
or
I would
lack
say
thereof.
May is playing like the May of old, the May we come to expect. We haven't seen that too much from him so far.
Yeah, that should never happen. That should never
year.
happen. Kind of unlucky for Crystal. Yeah, quick timeout from
Across
GE
the
after
wrong
that
timing
one.
So
You know, it's tough because they do need to scale in to help Crystal at A, and May kind of just takes a nice timing. They really should have just traded that. That's the main thing there. I feel like Crystal played it fine.
bit unlucky for GE there.
Down to
Reset
Sheriffs.
the pistols now as DFM. As I said, if they can do really well on this attacking side, they should set
Like GE
themselves
basically
up for
running
a
their
close
pistol
on
back,
this map, given
heavy mid
defensive
fight.
history.
Lots of noise for Kaide to pick up on.
Set on even more, but
Gets
there
picked,
goes
that's a free
GE,
gun.
Just pistol trains all the way up mid.
Yeah, speed up into B for
Gonna
DFM.
steal a gun from Autumn. So we'll see what he wants to do with the Vandal. If he is going to be the one to hold it, there's going to be a question mark in the server to see if you want to consider dropping an ult here for GE as well. If they get another kill, absolutely.
Oh no, but Yatska
Ooh,
just
big
mows them all
spray
down.
from Yatska.
Yudotan, a slight trade right at the end of it. Still though, Makeup's cracking through. Just on him and already revealed by the decoy. Tries to slow him down with a relay.
But one thing I
This
definitely
is
don't like here
salute.
is they pick up the gun and then they just send the gun alone. This is actually something that I had a protocol for this last year on our team. We had something that we called minigame. It was like a keyword where if we were able to steal a gun, basically on an eco round, the entire point of the round was not to win the round, it was to steal a gun. And then once you steal a gun, then you can try to win the round. Basically, that's how I was thinking about ecos. And the way to do that is you steal the gun and then you play around the gun. So like if the gun takes first contact, then you have people behind it. So if the guy dies, then another person can pick up the gun. And then if that guy dies, another person can pick up the gun. So it ends up kind of being like you have 5 guns instead of just one gun. But when you send the singular guy with the gun, then you just have a weak group with bad guns and a guy who can't be traded by a teammate. So I definitely don't like how they split this. Obviously, this is a nice play by Yatska. They probably should have traded him out, but
Oh no, but Yatska just mows
just
them
kind
all
of a
down.
minor thing.
Yudotan, a slight trade right at the end of it.
Now the did see an op thus far being brought
Okay.
out for GE as well. Doesn't feel like they've really quite
3 to 5. Yudotan picks up an operator, has the veto ult. I'm assuming that they're going to go veto ult with the op, so he can't be pushed off this line, and they just have the line the whole time.
fired it thus far, but economy does permit it now. Yudotan to pick that up and hold the B site by himself. Effort by committee over at the A site.
First
Patmen
blood for
finds the
A.
kill, courtesy of the supporting of Crystal. The backup of Autumn as well. Again, GE love to lean these 4-1s, 1-1-3s for the initial get-goes.
They regroup,
Oh,
repush
DFM
art.
sees a slight gap into its middle. Comes back into reclear.
Guido gets pushed off
with
the
good
line,
shots,
pops the
unfortunately,
ult.
back off the line, but GE will continue to push out.
Refight into middle.
Relay bolt as well comes in. And May
Ooh,
thinks
they
to
might
go
be-
for the chase.
yeah, they're gonna get
because
caught
Kaide
here.
has managed to sneak up around the back. Barrel's been spotted. The
Maybe a
first player goes
miscomm.
down.
Yudotan not saying hey, like just lack of awareness also from GE. Once he gets pushed off this line, obviously somebody can be in connector. So just not recognizing
He has
that.
to shoot
Crystal gets
himself
shot
out,
in the
but did
back.
not do it, which
And
leaves
collapsed
the
there.
east side open and right
Yeah.
for the
Kind of a
taking.
wasted veto
Yudotan
ult.
missing that op shot is really problematic because the timing was found by DFM to get that flank, and there was just zero awareness from GE committed by pushing in towards art. There's no
Yeah, and they're just gonna save the op. Kind
So
of
that-
wasted the veto ult there.
you're going to be able to do. You want to try and deploy the convergent paths, perhaps in the get-go, slow your opponents. There's not going to be really a way.
Definitely an
Need to
unfortunate
deploy.
round for GE. I kind of feel like they didn't necessarily have to get so aggressive in middle. Like they had the numbers advantage, and then they just fought into what is probably not an advantageous fight at this point in the round. But I don't know. Their comp with the double duelist, I guess they are kind of incentivized to fight for space aggressively because they don't have a ton of information, especially with the veto only having 1 trip.
Deployment for Global Esports.
Revealing area.
It's just going to be a lot of noise. Maybe retake
Fast A hit.
protocols for this one.
Has to be an Autumn already took the TP over towards Secret.
Okay, nice
Unexpected
teleport
by
from the
May.
Yoru.
Hunter's Fury starting to rail on in by Akame as well, looking to find some chipper damage. The flash in is gorgeous.
flood
The
is
trade
good.
need to start to come out. This is where it gets a little bit upside down.
Lots
for
of damage on
Flash
DFM.
from GE though, and that's
Very
exactly
nice flood
where Patmen
retake.
will strike.
This
Two
was a
down
nice
in
round
the
from
ground
GE.
alongside
Super good
content pieces to go.
response. They show heavy middle. DFM speeds up into A. They flood. They get the picks. They use the teleports well. Super good round from GE.
Everyone thinking that GE aren't going to be sharp on the aim. Everyone thinking that Varel were going to be able to out-aim them. People thinking that DFM are going to be able to out-aim them.
Okay, Udaton with the operator
They are
again.
thriving in a couple of these moments. But DFM
Aggressive
showing more
Yoru
in this
push on
map
B.
already as well. Can they maintain a lead on the exchange of the
Udaton
halves?
shows the operator middle.
So Autumn to be
Teleports out.
tested over at B.
Somebody
Marathon for the
probably
team
needs
to
to be
help.
helping out B here. Wow, they're actually rotating to A with the operator. Nobody shifting to B. So the Yoru is fully on his own. What do they have for retake? I guess they do have a lot of retake utility, so they're just putting B on retake here, which I guess is fine.
such deep line to take. It's gonna take quite a while. The rest of the team still trying to piece together what is happening across the map.
Autumn
but
goes 1 for
there
1.
goes the exchange, and instantly
They lose
DFM
one of their
wants
big
blood.
retake
They want to
ults.
get
That
them
is kind of
spiked
important to know.
Patmen, Crystal, 2 ultimates to slow and remove health and audio. Has to be an angle you'd assume to drop them together here. There's the first and the second.
Okay, both ults are used. Do they scale?
Much, the seas and everything
No,
connecting
they
too.
don't scale.
Trying to set up for light speed, but just playing around the end of the Cosmic Divide. That's exactly where DFM plants their feet down. Just Patmen the second.
Okay.
2 ultimates to slow.
They're set up
and
for, I mean, even though they lose the Yoru, they're still set up for a good
health
retake here.
and audio. Has to be an angle you'd assume to drop them together here. There's the first.
Okay. Nightfall used, hits 1. Convergent Paths used, hits 2. And
And
then
the second.
Waylay should
Oh,
probably be
perfect.
dashing into back halls, I would assume, like dashing across into back halls. And then they all scale out together. Avi is kind of too far away. Udaton's not really with the team. Crystal runs out by himself.
And everything connecting too.
No dash from
Trying to set up
Patmen.
for light speed, but just playing around the end of the Cosmic Divide. That's exactly where DFM plants their feet down. Just
Coordination
Patmen
on this
11.
one was
Down
not
he
good.
goes, the final domino to fall.
And
Yeah,
right,
that's a
get
rough
through it. That's
round.
why I mentioned the Cosmic Divide. Perfectly timed by Cess, in my opinion. No way that both of those ults are getting.
I mean that has to be the Yoru, or I mean the Waylay going out first. That was weird. That was a weirdly
There will be
Done
buys for
retake.
everyone in another extremity fight.
again heavy A.
Interceptor scares you away for now. GE hold the A main space immediately. DFM alter. Go to take mid.
FM goes in the middle.
Got a really good idea of
Like it's
G's
gonna maybe
intentions,
be
so,
a
like spread thin
B
somewhat for
split
now.
once they pressure Art. Break this. Go B.
Gartska's able to get a bit further in towards Art here. Pop the chokehold.
Early Yoru
Draw
ult for
spies
information.
for
Finds the
Global over
spike.
there.
Finds the second player.
He's got the operator, so Patmen does need to be careful as Autumn drifting for himself.
Gets a
Spots
lot
out
of
some
information.
little information around.
Not enough though.
Now, this is kind of a weird spot for DFM because they've been scouted all the way to here, basically. So they know that GE basically can assume that they're going to go A unless they show that they're coming back B. But I will say that they are one off of your ult and Killjoy ult. So if they can somehow get a kill or an orb,
Chokehold on the floor.
they might have some exec potential.
You're going to try and bait this one as Kaede. Draw Patmen to peek straight into the crosshairs of this operator.
Meanwhile, May still continuing to check around A main as well. Time is slowly ticking away.
Oh, the timing
Ooh,
on that
timing's
one
bad.
is very atrocious and unlucky.
Well, it's going to end in an A split.
And a
G
quick
calls it
rotation
too
by
clearly.
GE.
Yudotan tries to track on it. He does. Goes in with light speed. It's a bait and switch
Okay, good
tactic.
trade. Spike is down.
Gets fallen. 30 seconds
Patmen
left.
gets
Akame comes back
killed.
through.
3v3.
Manages to pick up the
20
spike.
seconds
They go
to
in, they
plant.
get the site. Shorty's a hand, and they're looking to hunt
Oh,
down
trades,
G players.
trades. Okay,
but here
2v1.
comes Javi and Autumn from Flowers.
2 versus 1.
It's all
Plant.
lined up perfectly. 10 seconds left as well.
Yeah, baited.
10 seconds
Just
left.
got to listen out for it.
Spike
Slowly trying to creep on through.
And nicely done
it's
by
just
GE.
perfect.
Okay.
To be
5-7 half. Honestly, it
That's
feels
still-
like GE probably should be at least tied here. They definitely threw a couple of rounds. I feel like, as weird as this is to say, I feel like they're actually playing a bit better on this map than they played on Breeze. They just don't have Patmen killing 35 people or whatever it was.
Sentinel utility is going to be over there for the beginning for Kaide. It's going to be the weaker side of B that the footsteps will already be heard. You got to run on over.
Okay, fast
You
B
are
pistol.
DFM currently to back this one up. It's all 5 for GE invested to this B side.
Yeah, there's
They
anyone
need to
who
get
can
in
run,
here
it would be
quickly.
me, but he's got a
DFM is
shorty
calling
right
in the
now,
cavalry.
so
Nice
straight out through.
trade.
GE just strolls into the site. Yatska trying to hold off back off the TP. He does manage to get a couple good dinks. Still though, Yudotan out for the exchange.
Solid trades for GE.
Right now, as the
They get in.
skirmish settles, like a
Spike
Get the
planted.
spike down.
May has to just try
3-3
to
post
jump
plant.
on in here with this shorty and be a little bit of a bait for the team.
Oh, it's going to be so risky as well. He does have the relay, though. Oh, manages to do it. Cess to add for cover.
Wow, I need to see
Or,
these shots from Cess.
One-dimensional for Jora, the playbook for the splits coming out into this B site.
You call it. This is exactly what Yatska was expecting.
Pistol rounds to DFM. Extend out their
Okay.
lead, looking for a good start.
Pretty nicely done by DFM.
Into the scope
GE
of
goes
Yatska.
Marshall
And, well, Yudotan
and
is just
instantly gets picked.
gonna be taken down.
Anybody
Pick
want
up
to
the
have
Marshall
another go?
again. Try to do some
Still pick that
damage.
Pat?
Make sure it's not a
Okay,
bit of a
fake
poison chalice, though.
teleport.
If that Marshall is drawing attention so much that you'll die. Say, round should always be DFMs in this sort of situation, anywho.
Yeah, it's going to be a slight stalemate there. Meanwhile, the rest of the map,
Okay,
DFM.
Spike
not
literally
really
in
much there.
spawn still.
Yeah, you shouldn't really see them give an opportunity to Global Esports. Try and get back in. This line will be
G
Fury on as well. Sees
going to
out the
hide
leg.
the
Doesn't
drone and
connect
walk
on
into
the
A as
shots.
Patmen
It
draws
does
players to
draw
B.
a bit of a rotate from DFM towards the B side, but not too much that you need to completely vacate A.
Oh.
Yeah,
Almost.
not
They
too
do
bad
have
from
the
GE
one
here
star.
positionally.
Enough for Cess to
Obviously,
just
they
go
don't
off
have the
peak
weapons
and
to really win this
2
round.
headshots quickly collected upon. Still though, maybe a plan.
And
Kai
that's
says
it.
no.
Down A.
It's just Pat with Marshall. Poison challenge or not?
Don't know now the rest of the team gone. You went juggling this for everyone, hold it to die.
How much damage
Gets
can you
another
do?
kill in the round, though, for the Global Esports side. Could be okay. 10 seconds to go. He will need to meet his demise.
Okay.
Kame, he's
Not too
Right.
much.
trying to
So
Bulldog
9 to 5
Work,
DFM. GE gets a buy up. They have all full armors. There's an
Here in this
outlaw on the
round
other
for
side,
DFM.
so that's good.
Scanning.
We've got a heavy A start.
We convert the bonus, especially with all the attention brought towards main. Stars placed down. Grab ball doesn't pop off, but Yudotan is
no
gonna be the one
damage
to
done
land
with the
first
outlaw
shot.
there.
Yep, and we're just dumping an arsenal of abilities over at A as well.
A big
For the
advantage for
retreat
GE.
Game as GE come out on top, player advantage. All
They
hell
deposit
beat
the
across
waylay.
board as well. Interceptor always going to be very valuable
Head
in
back
those
towards
early
B.
fights as well. Removing the lights of Yatska.
Mid re-cleared by DFM.
Relay bot, for example, always going to be quite good.
And what's the plan here?
Silence losing the serve up. Set.
Is Waylay going to make some noise, or are they just going to swing
It's going to
this?
sink soon, you'd assume.
Okay.
Down he goes.
Should be a
B
pretty
side open as
free
well,
round
Patty.
for GE.
Immediately into reposition, but can he really hold it off against this incoming?
Should be a pretty
Onslaught.
free
A
round for
little bit late for
GE.
the rest of the GE team to go and assist Autumn to get in here. The Bulldog starts to spray on down. Harvey takes off May. And it's
Three
Kame.
for
He
Yudotan.
was nearly put in towards this round.
Manages to find the Phantom now.
Okay.
Flick across.
Getting a little
So far,
expensive.
so good. We still got a little bit more to go. Out with the utility.
Getting very
Positions
expensive.
Found. A single bullet is all he needs, but
Patmen is
same can be
22
said for Pat.
HP. Okay, this has been
Takes just a little bit of time.
a very, very
There's
expensive
nothing
round for
back
GE.
But at that point,
Okay, Patmen closed it out,
Fly
but that
outside
they
of
should
the
not have
server.
lost that many guns.
No, so for sure aside, great damage for DFM. Impacts GE for sure.
wow. Just gonna go back into it again, but this time with
Ooh.
an Odin thrown into the equation. Continue to hold.
That's one way to remove an evolved veto.
Okay, not the greatest start for GE. They pop the veto ult. They have a Waylay who doesn't actually lead the way in.
Still a little bit of utility spent.
And now they're in a 4v5.
GE not able to pass go.
Out. A
Could
great
try and angle for a way to get Crystal the
buy.
Nightfall and try to maximize chances in that sort of situation. Love a good old bait and switch in art as well with May to play on the line. Kaide to peek out afterwards. See
Do
how
they
it
spam the
fares.
box?
More than capable player.
They do not.
More than capable duo. And completely tearing apart the entire GE squad.
Okay,
Just
nice little setup from DFM. GE love a contact after they're down players, and DFM takes full advantage of that. I assume there's going to be a timeout here. Yep. There's the timeout. GE really with no momentum in this half at all.
Though, for an eco.
Like 5 players mid. Going to try and create some pressure, maybe
Got
into
some eyes across some Ts in
connector.
these sort of situations as DFM. Don't overthink it. Zap away all the utility, Patmen to go forward. You've got the double deployment.
Okay, nice little use of the
to watch
interceptor.
for him as well. Immediately removed.
Kaide getting
DFM
kind of aggressive here, but
shedding every.
they have gun diff. GE doesn't really have the best sort of punching power, especially once the waylay goes down. So hard for them to get through choke points.
On my star, boys.
To swing.
I don't have flash.
Mid pressure again. Operator gets put there.
Nothing, go. Chill, go back out, yes, go back out.
Well, trying to get a little bit of the slower style up in here, unfortunately for Crystal. And for
Double kill by Akame. Let's quickly look at this again. So they're trying to force the connectors pressure.
Chill, go back out, yes, go back out.
They say we're going to go back art here. But the Sova ult is just going to tear them apart.
Well, trying to get a little bit of the slower style up in here, unfortunately for Crystal.
Oh.
And for Autumn.
Looks like you're kind of
The bow and arrow
teleported
man
into
is
that
gonna
by
get the job
accident.
done.
Unfortunate.
And that might seal the deal on this round in and of itself. Yudotan low HP as well. And with the coffers empty,
3v5.
it's going to be difficult for a minute and 10 to try and hold these guns and also to
What's
just
the
try and
plan
find
here?
a slip up of spots from DFM. This should really be 12.
What a key
Fast
ultimate
forward
from
through
Akame.
this.
Unfortunately,
Trying to create some B pressure with a smoke.
Avenues of entry now, it's a little bit too late.
But they've got, I mean, there's an alarm bot. There's a turret. So there's really no pressure B. Also, the Yoru teleport kind of giving them a faster rotate.
Oh, the
DFM
doors are shut.
DFM is not
It's past
moving here.
midnight. It's
That's
past
for
party
sure.
time. Ooh, depending on where you are in the world, of course. Patmen gonna be swimming with the fishies if he goes through here.
Odin cleans that up. And
30
The
seconds.
final
Essentially
two is
an
just trying to
unwinnable-
strut across the open
unwinnable round for
stairs.
GE.
Trying to hold separate angles now. It's already signaling for the rest of the team to get on through. The college still has shock darts and everything as well.
Yeah.
Not to mention me.
I wonder how you feel about
DFM waits for their whole team to get here.
Say to G, I don't know about
They
this
send the
time.
neon in,
Just gonna
and
go
they
down
trade
to
out.
guns.
Okay, 12-6. Pretty
Finally.
dominant from DFM so
Cartoonish.
far.
Oh, we love
Attack side has definitely been a problem for GE this map.
split right now, unless GE have 6 occurrences of a comeback to play for. Well, very difficult, no matter which way you slice it.
Yeah, just gonna look for a last-ditch attempt down.
I feel like we haven't really seen any hard entries from GE at all. They basically have not exploded onto a site a single time. They've been killed before they get to the site
Be
almost every
very
round.
clear and true. They already
Here we go, they're
positioned out towards
execing.
back halls alongside his teammates, but Crystal
We're not-
sniped down
We're
one.
not clearing corners, guys. Why
on.
are we not
Ooh.
clearing corners?
Komodo is so upset.
That's
The
rough.
lockdown does go through though.
They're in a bad
Fair.
situation here. Like they're dumping everything into the site. They're losing a player on entry. How does everybody flash here actually?
Very clear and look for a last-ditch attempt down into B.
This is a bad flash. Ooh, it's a bad flash from Yoru.
Very
Flashes the
clear and
whole
true.
team.
They already
They entry in, and they're entering into a Killjoy ult, which puts the timer at 12 seconds to get full site control and plant, which is not enough time. So realistically, they kind of just have to fall back out,
positioned out
which is
towards
why
back
we
halls
see them kind of
alongside his
scrambling to
teammates.
try and clear the
Crystal,
site.
We're not-
sniped down one.
Not checking the
clearing
corner.
corners, guys. Why
on.
are we not
Gives up a free kill to
clearing
May.
corners?
Komodo is so upset. The lockdown does go through though,
You are divided.
and it forces G to hang back. So
It buys time, but it draws attention away from Patmen.
Okay, now how do they enter? They don't have dash. They don't have teleports.
And he has to be the one to find the goods here.
How do they get in?
he's got a judge.
Yeah, it's not the greatest gun. He's already been read by Akame too. Chef's kiss.
Cosmic Divide up too. You're just gonna have to go and swing.
Yeah,
hope
they
for
kind
the
of just have
best.
to
Relay ball gets
trade it
sent
out.
down. May continuing to hold, but he's low HP. In goes the Odin. Akame.
They're doing a decent job of
continuing
it.
to stand. He looks for another, but there goes.
Amazingly,
Autumn and Javi.
amazingly they win the
All of a
round.
sudden with a fan.
But done a lot. And again, it's
Honestly, fairly impressed they were able to pull that one out.
situations to afford some. Does go
Okay.
by the wayside. As
Next
DFM.
round.
You have provided.
DFM still has a good buy. GE has your ult to work with and one off of the Waylay ult. They're going to try and control the A orb, get the Waylay ult.
Everything that you want back in to the next round. The Op for Yatska, the Odin for Akame, of which is at this A site. GE wanted to try and keep on going.
Okay. They
Alongside
pick
me
up
as
the
well
orb
on
and they're going to
side.
quickly
Well,
rotate
GE
back to
suddenly
B
went
and
back on.
exec
They
B.
do that, they go into the scope of Yatska. And we have seen him miss a couple so far.
Looks like it's going to be a B split with the Yoru ulting through Street, which makes it pretty easy for this Yoru on DFM to maybe get a pick with the operator, since they just have Fade to clear this.
He's got the TP set up now as well.
Okay.
Prowler does its thing.
Oh, the shorty's already been pulled out early by Yatska.
Honestly, it's a pretty nice try.
Absolutely.
Well, the rest
Pretty
of the
nice
team
try.
Trying to pick up the pieces.
G gets
now
in.
Into sight.
Waylay ult gets
what an
used.
escape strategy from Yatska.
Oh my god, he gets the mask on mid convergent
Pieces
paths.
now into sight.
Oh, what an
Wow.
escape strategy from Yatska.
He really should be dead
Just
there.
into the drift.
Insanely close. Kaide out towards the top, managed to find the angle.
Okay,
but
2 to
Kristoff
2.
on the trade as well. Where
Good kill
is
from
Akame
Crystal.
slowly arriving soon enough.
2v1 and Patmen gets the kill. All right, actually, nice round from GE, honestly.
Way too close.
But they have to be perfect from here on out. They have to be perfect.
That's exactly it, Chief. And all of a
Aggressive
sudden now DFM
swing,
wants to take a couple of
middle from
pieces.
DFM. Kind of an interesting buy from DFM too.
Now you got to think better.
Couple
of
rifles
committing
and a
to that
bucky.
Fight by himself. Even
They
with
also have Overdrive to work
rest of his
with.
Team. Couple without weapon.
GE
I
still
like
trying to
this
build some
initiative from
economy.
Akame. Just needs to be very, very careful that because he is committed here, he doesn't get away with nothing.
And how do they exec without ults is the question.
True. Half buy as well for DFM in the round.
Slide off angle, no support from the team. Gonna get prowled out. He is stuck. He does get some damage at the
Good
end
trade.
of the day on a Harvey.
Or, I mean,
Decent.
good team fight. Good
Let's
kill.
see who's on the site.
Rotations
That's got.
coming in from May as well.
Oh, and potential big ult.
30 seconds to go. Do you give the gun away as May to a teammate here, to Yatska, and go for the overdrive?
No, it doesn't. Doesn't quite have the time for it. It's going to be a slight bait and switch play with the light speed going through. Refract
Nice
as well.
entry by
continue to
Autumn.
Hold the angles, but unfortunately goes down. Unotan, the entire site. It
And
tatters.
another nice round from
Defense
GE.
side is
All right, they're
chances,
starting to
I
build
think,
some
getting
momentum
away
here.
He's out of man. He's got to do it.
Double line catch, but watch.
Starting to build some momentum. Timeout called by DFM. Yep, sounds about right.
Oh. It's the A site yet again for the one.
Another big buy by DFM. Odin plus the operator. GE one off of the Fade ult.
1-3, but also not having the Killjoy utility to be the backup of the weaker site. Just Cess over towards B. That is
DFM trying to set up the operator on A. Rotate to B, it looks like.
A little bit worrisome, no?
GE
You're
deposits
going
the
in towards a bit
Yoru
of a
on B.
bully play here right now for Global Esports. Kaide's util can shred you. You can also try and find just the kills with the
Ooh,
crosshair.
oh my
That is
goodness.
absolutely gorgeous. He
Oh
finds
my
three.
goodness.
That should be the map for Kaide, stepping up. Where DFM Global Esports
Wow,
Kaide,
let's look at that again.
his util can shred you.
Looks like they're maybe expecting somebody to try and break this to move the crosshair. Also, I mean, Patmen not using any
You can also try and find
abilities
just
here. And then it's just one at a
kills with
time.
the crosshair. That is absolutely gorgeous. He finds three. That should be the map.
There's
for
got to be
Kaide,
a slightly
stepping
better
up
way to do that for
Where
GE.
DFM needed it.
Face your fear.
Without having a flash, there has to be some sort of way. You can't just do that dry. I feel like that angle is too tight.
Incredible.
Like I said, they had to be perfect on this half, and they played pretty well,
Even with the
but
spike down,
once they got
I'm
the
not
momentum,
sure how
but
you
that
can
round,
recover.
definitely a mistake, and you can't make any when the other
Place
team is
your
12.
bets down back into B Link, but that's also
So now
just
need some
enough
heroics.
soon enough. And Odin, a full army of DFM soldiers just
Not going to happen. All right, we go map 3. You know, not the worst map I've seen from either team. DFM played pretty well. GE had a rough attack start, but then they started playing pretty well, but it was too late at that point. All right, we go to split. G's had pretty good split so far. Has DFM played split? They might have played it once. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. DFM starts on defense. Okay, so GE has to attack first, and this comp is definitely worse on attack. Definitely worse on attack than it is on defense.
I don't even class that, really. I feel like Team Secret are just really slow to start things, and DFM pistol ran for 10 in a row on defense. We'll see if they can do something like that here. Probably not. Good start.
Just right through the smokes. He sees them.
That one way is kind of nice, actually, because it gives this guy such a good angle, and they can't even see him when he's over here. This is a nice little one way.
Good start.
Just right through the smokes. He sees them by the foot. Oh, back in towards garage for GE.
Good timing on the dark cover as well.
GE still has the Yoru, so they do have some entry power, but not much.
You don't need to do two.
They're basically just going to have to walk around and try and find a kill.
Especially given the positions right now. You can see Kylie marking the end of the other side of vents.
Yeah, let's see if this Bandit is something that you want to trifle with as Global Esports here.
There.
Dissipate on the Nebula, try to get off the line. That is
good use of Astra
shot and
to
a half
take some
through the corner
space.
of the wall. Harvey down to 1.
Already a lot of damage. Apart from
They're going to send Yuditon to try and get some space in vents.
Not to mention Yatska just arriving.
Looking
Good
for 8K
Molly.
in the name right now.
Allows
Dare say you won't
DFM to
even
keep
find
3
one.
players at
30
B.
seconds left.
30 seconds to go. G still stuck inside. They managed
Good
to
pick
take
by
down
Yuditon.
Akame, but now slowly streaming down to hell. Yatska spots them out again. Paranoia is already sent. Just needing to connect.
So much chip
the
damage from
shots,
DFM.
despite
Oh my
getting
goodness.
stuck to get off of it. And that's exactly when DFM.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, G handled that pretty well once they lost 2 players, but they just didn't have enough HP to get through 5 people shooting them, like
A little
shooting
bit
them in
funky
the
with
body.
things and avoid some slip ups to DFM. Challenge for a couple of advantages.
Yeah, it looks like a
in
quick
the early
little
game that we know that
vents.
They love to go for.
Quick little vents take.
really build up that bank. Spraying through the smokes for now. They hear some footsteps.
Right, spraying through the smokes. Now Crystal's on 1 HP. Never mind.
And what's
it
the
was
plan here? They have no more teleports, no
utility that
flashes.
Either way, though.
Still
GE
picked off by the stink.
No,
trying to
you're
make
absolutely right.
DFM make a
Scary
mistake.
position. Still scary no matter what. Classics against a buy up.
This is a little
Still trying to go
dangerous from
back out
Yatska.
towards Mail, though, and he's already spotted them. Has the paint shells lined up. Plus success once again into garage, hiding inside the smoke now.
Yep.
Okay,
Whoa,
and
what-
GE is
Flipping the
in the
map.
back lines.
Okay.
Patmen
Go
trying
on
to
through
distract
CT,
from the players running
Friday
through spawn.
already
Okay,
sees
good
it.
trade from GE.
As well as Yatska.
The Marshal
Able
is
to take
here.
down the 1v1s
Everybody's
right
low.
now. Continuing to go pop off King.
One enemy remaining.
Just Yudo time, see if there's going to be any extra damage that he can throw into the mix in this round with the stolen Bulldog at the moment. But is he going to be able to bite
Should be
on towards
unwinnable.
them? No, he is
Yep.
not. Akame
I mean,
cross-playing on
It's an
the
okay
side
eco round from
behind
GE, considering.
and TP past you. They are going to try and play this different style of split that is, I would say, unique to them globally currently in this map.
Okay, one thing I will say, I like what I'm seeing from DFM as far as taking B, because I feel like GE, so far, from what I've watched them this year, they never go B main unless they're actually going B. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen them really, like, control B and then go do something else. If they start A or if they start middle, they basically just completely ignore B.
Just by nature of the comp that they play.
This Yoru is getting a lot of value right now.
We'll see if it does happen at some point. For now, though, attention drawn back towards middle.
It's a good stack of players there for DFM as well, to be honest with you. Very forward line for Akame, however. Will the gun barrel betray GE? No, it will not. Double swing together. You don't know what's around the corner. May for the paint shells and for the fight as GE all relocate together.
Yeah, reaction's quick enough. GE still slowly but surely building
Numbers
on
advantage for
forward.
GE.
Off towards ramp
Slowly
now,
taking ramp
heavy.
control. Smoke should go down. They get another kill. Should be an easy A scale.
Still continuing forward with the journey.
Oh, this is going to be so ambitious from Cess if he sticks this over towards the flowers.
Yeah.
Crystal reads that, Patmen pushes. I said you got to be aware of these sort of things.
Okay, nice round from
Towards.
GE.
Named every other player. We
Yeah,
didn't
it's the operator.
get the tail end of that one. Here's that operator that I mentioned though. Prowl up, not able to go too deep. Flash to off-put. Yardska align the challenge. The clone even missed. Operator
good diligence from
revealed in
GE.
the rounds now. Yeah, are we fake cloning? That always be.
That's crazy.
They're both watching that one.
That's crazy that people think that would happen.
Close
in
enough
this
for
round.
now, though. But look at the lurks, Pat.
Yeah, you have to break the haunt in that situation. Good awareness from Akame as well. We do see some very sneaky lurkers on Vipers when it does come to the map in split. I know
Okay, GE
everyone
does
should
take
have
B
an idea
control
of the player
here.
in mind on that one. We'll see later.
But might immediately just completely disregard what I was saying before.
Again, going by the wayside.
They do have some B
Why are we
control,
knocking out Pat?
and they are going somewhere
Still, though,
else.
at the same
A
time,
little bit of a
here, the
fake
evolution
here
going
from
through. They'll
GE.
start
Nice, put it
to
in.
wonder. May wanting to go in for the
Nice
kill.
reclear from DFM.
Olaroos, though, trying to draw attention to
Autumn
the
gets
B
a kill,
site.
teleports A.
That's not the ideal scenario where Global Esports want to try and finish that one over towards
have a
the
3v2
side now,
on
where
site if they go
Akame does
now.
sneak in
Maybe
towards
even a
the site, but
4v2.
Play this individually. It's going to be a bit of a
Oh, the
challenge.
timing could be
Curtains may close
terrible.
Sooner than Global think with this May flank.
Yeah, attention brought
Yeah,
away.
this timing is gonna be rough.
Them as one. There goes May. Unfortunately,
Okay,
shot
pretty
down
good
with
trades from
Bobby
GE.
flicking to the back. So
2v2,
good little reaction, but
Autumn
can you
low.
stick it on? 2v2.
2 flashes for Yatsuki.
Autumn on 30 HP.
Exactly.
He's got the right position. Very narrow focused.
Yeah,
RBT
it's a good
members
ramp,
going
rewrap.
to the rafters, going to site Autumn. Gonna be
Sees him.
salivating on this one.
Takes the
Gets
kill.
initial pick.
And down towards Javi. Just continues to anchor around the site. Kaede managing to take him down.
What?
Does have an idea of where
That's
Autumn
not planned
is.
for Autumn.
Something for
Uh-oh.
Autumn though. Kaido's playing this perfectly.
Stop for
Man,
time.
I mean, G played that super well until Javi dies there. It's kind of just unfortunate timing. He walks in right as Kaede also walks in, back to back.
DFM up 3-1.
And then they planted
That's
not in a
2v2 goes
spot
very differently if Harvey's able
where
to find
the
the kill
heaven
in the
matters.
smoke for sure.
It's kind of like a little micro mistake, maybe not planning for heaven when they were planning on going back to heaven, but I think it might have just been an in the moment play for Autumn to wrap heaven there because he was low.
Try and close that round for Global.
Okay,
Buy
aggressive
permitted
B
here.
control for DFM again.
For the attackers, but that's it. If this one falls, DFM will certainly look to go on a bit of a run on the
Yep.
defensive side, you'd assume.
Ooh, hello.
All right. Crystal can't really push him off of this. So,
Just aware for now, trying to piece things together.
yeah, they're going to have to go into a stack here. Basically, no
Right,
way
they're
unless they want to
trying
come all the way
towards
back over to B to stop this.
May holding on to this this nade rather for a little bit. I was going to say has a C's nade.
Now
combo
they
if
do
want
want to
so
come back
currently
and
playing
push
for the
this
next leg.
off.
You also got Kaede.
I don't know, man. I feel like this is going to take so long. It's one of those situations where, yes, you don't have B control, but it's early enough in the round where maybe they won't have 3 or 4 people here and you can just take the 4v2. Even a 4v3, it's hard. Coming all the way back here and trying to push off a judge that you know is controlling this, you're going to have to use so much utility and give so much sort of warning for them to rotate back to B. Like, in theory, you
Rotating
don't
over
want to
now
go
because of the
somewhere
forward
where
line
you
that
know
Cestar's
the
having
other
to
team
guard with
knows
that
you're going
judge,
to go.
which is gonna be a bit of a challenge
But-
point for Global. Crystal,
Yeah,
no
this is gonna be
prowlers.
tough. How do they do this?
So unless you're sending in the clone first, it's going to be a bit of a challenge to get in here without taking any damage.
Oh my
Good scout from this Yoru. He's going to see them
Surely
all.
enough, Autumn.
The timing's going to be...
Just go off swinging together. They managed to take him down. Yatsuka, though, arriving on the site with this big old boomstick. Unfortunately,
Wow.
not quite landing the shot. Will pop flash twice.
Oh my goodness, what's happening?
Just to buy time, dodge around the bullets. Kaede out from heaven. GE still breaking through.
Somehow
May
this is kind of
arriving on the
working out for
site,
GE.
Able to take down a couple as he goes down in. Pat, long journey all the way
Oh,
through
but there's
spawn.
just...
That's enough time
yeah.
for May to take down all the players.
Yeah, this layering is looking pretty atrocious from Global Esports.
This is kind of what I was saying, is like,
Dimensional.
even though it sort of worked out, the judge killed nobody, it just gave them so much warning, so DFM was able to flood over here.
Left.
in the way that DFM need to counter it.
And they use so much
Even if you
utility
do
just to get through
disregard
like
a
the
couple of
initial
close
2
spots from the
angles
operator, there's no way
that their sight
Patmen
hit
can
was
win this
very
round
weak.
unless he finds the kill onto May, and the job is just done already. DFM to
All right, DFM goes up 4-1. I mean, honestly,
good away.
Will still continue
it wasn't the worst, but the decision kind of screwed them.
through though into the upcoming round of the half buy.
Okay, 3
It's a
stingers,
good
a
awareness on the
vandal,
half by
the
as
sheriff.
well, knowing the money situation of
Your
the
ult.
DFM. Down to the lighter shields and a couple
Yeah,
of lesser
GE
weapons.
feels like they kind of
French
need to
going
win
in
this
first and
round, so they're
foremost
going to
is
put
gonna
the
be
Euro
good,
ult
but
into
can
it.
you get past this H choke to bring the spike in towards the site? The Nightfall will push DFM back at the
They
ramp.
do
to
get through
situate
the choke.
a bit of a scenario for GE.
Patmen
on
alone.
position.
That's Pat as well, dishing out some good
Pass with
damage.
holding
Michelle's
ramps.
already
Has
sniped
the only
towards
rifle
ramps.
as well.
Yep, 5 versus 5, no
Oh
pick
my god,
and
he's
play
re-pushing
Pac.
this?
He's trying to do things up at the ramp, and he's rewarded for it. I can't lay down.
That is a
Oh,
paper X
goodness,
play.
the confidence still flowing through with him. Spawning out the clone now, so they are aware that they are
Okay,
playing
the
side
re-push,
screens.
actually
Nice,
nice.
exactly where they
Good
can
round from
apart.
GE.
Out from May and Chester.
And May was already damaged
Really
really
good
early
round.
on, remember?
Right, try
Not
to-
much you could do here with that weapon. So an
Or-
upgrade and maybe tail between your legs to get out of here. You cannot get through that divide. It is job done. GE.
I mean, I like the
Come out
confidence
with
from
the round.
GE.
Working here.
Like a
Tied
full
up GE.
commit round
Yourself
works
into
out.
this round. Guns that go
They have
as
the
well.
they have the chance to steal the momentum
See
back
if there
here.
is
Lots
the
of ults for
idea
DFM
to
though.
play around the likes of the Vito Interceptor.
Starting things out a little bit quiet for now. Yeah, it's got
Oh,
peeking down middle.
Just needs to make sure he doesn't go for another jump spot. So the dark cover timed nicely. Very passive approach from near everyone around the map. If you discard Yats's forward position, but it is still passive to a degree. He's not going to be too silly enough to
Okay, just
overcommit
fast
himself
forwarding
to get
through
out
some of
there.
this
Look to greener pastures.
early
This Kame
positioning.
is going to find Patmen
So
pushing
1v1
by
straight
himself.
up.
Yeah, it's been
Viper
doing that for
loses
the
it.
past
No
several
trade
rounds
from the
now.
veto.
May, in addition, if Yudotan does decide to go
He's just going to take a 1v1 also.
re-peeking,
I mean, that's terrible. That's really bad. I kind of want to go back to this initial 1v1.
Not going to be too silly enough to overcommit.
Seems like just kind of okay. So it looks like actually Vito is jump spotting to maybe give a sound cue so that they don't expect this Viper to be here. This might actually be a coordinated position. Sound bait, Viper takes the timing. This is not actually the worst thing I've ever seen. This is kind of a cool idea.
Commit by himself, so get out of there. Look to greener pastures as Kame is going to find Patmen pushing by himself.
But now re-walking this by yourself is kind of just like, why? This is not going to help.
Yeah, it's been doing that for the past several rounds now. May, in addition, if Yudotan does decide to go re-peeking, uh-oh.
And yeah, I think it's probably too early to even go peek for that because once they kill the Viper, they know that the Viper can't have been the one jump spotting because he was too far back. Like, he can't be peeking and also be jump spotting at the same time.
It's the round over.
Need to see Crystal go huge here.
But yeah, this was an important round for GE.
Tied 8.
They just
Looking at
won.
him
They're
with a
trying to get some
pistol and
momentum
maybe a
with their
promise.
economy. And they kind of just
Does
have
reveal himself
no
and
chance to
push
win the
towards
round
A
already.
side now that May might find the wrong timing for, but as soon as he hears any information, he's going to be in a potentially unexpected
seconds
position.
Uh-oh.
Should be good for Crystal as well. Unless Crystal goes through the defense, so he's going to be countless lifestyles if you watch back this game, but this one has come into play with your Q. We'll give Kame all of the
definitely
wins
a
that they
weird
need on the other
round.
side.
All the traps laid out.
May is going to have the
4DFM to
perfect
spring
timing
through,
here.
off to the third.
10 seconds left.
Soon enough, hearing the spike planted as well, and May, unbeknownst to GE, should be good for the kills. Does go in for a good wall bang. Automancer's back,
One enemy remaining.
but down.
Yep. Okay. Does that reset GE's economy? They should be able to buy, I think.
Both
Yeah.
of the squads in the server looking a little bit better.
But this round is super important. Their money's really bad if they lose this.
Stacked for DFM too.
And the half might get out of
control.
control. Also, DFM has a lot of really good ults.
Switching things up a little bit though. May continuing to spam through with the toxic screen while you
The
got
instant pick.
Chess alongside Yatska inside the garage.
1.5 kills. Autumn sub 50 remaining. A lockout smoke in towards Garage as well. It is the best start of a round you want for DFM once more. Yatska, this timing is just before the gate crash. If GE were aware.
Okay,
the
can
110
GE speed up here? Autumn is
potentially
low.
found him in
No, not
transition
really.
too.
Yeah, I mean, their attack side is rough on this map. If they're not getting early picks,
Awkward position.
it's super hard for them to
Go
get through
with
choke
TPs.
points.
Decoy out from DFM as well, though. Yatska continuing to play around backside. Cess perhaps sending out Paranoia to slow things through, but it's just
They
enough.
trade it
GE
out.
managed
It's
to
definitely
break
still
in.
winnable.
Early
2v2.
pivot, the rocket that goes in as
Ooh,
well.
the
Now,
rocket
Harvey to try and
response. That's
pick
where
up
the ults really
slack.
kind of turn the
Stuck at
tide.
back of sight.
Both used. 2v1,
versus
30
two for the
seconds
leader of
left.
GE, but just absolutely found by May. They were here.
And it's a totally fine round for DFM to dump a couple ults in to win. I mean, let's look at this first
Great reads
initial
that
kill.
DFM are coming out with, not being drawn too heavy for the early
It's unfortunate for Udaton,
as well,
but
which is,
you gotta expect the
quite
spam
crucial
from
for
time
them,
to time.
GE want the early extremity engagements, properly so. If you're not giving it to
Good
them,
response by
you
May.
have to adjust. And then it looks a bit sloppy.
Pulling out for
Yeah, and now, all right, GE, 2 stingers, and I think they probably have to get to 4
possible
if
timeout,
they have a
but
chance to
now
win
it's
this
up
round, or
6-2.
win this map.
You see the veto utility.
Probably
and the
need at
Prowler
least
going
4
in
on
towards
attack.
Main as well. You kind of feel comfortable that this might be a all-in scenario for GE over at this A site. You've got rotations immediately coming over for Cess to be able to bolster up this one too, and then you can just go for a bit of wayward sprays through the walls that you can refresh and refresh with the dark covers available, but eventually a gap. Stingers will draw close.
Oh, especially with the Nova Pulse going in. GE trying to close in the distance, but at the same time, May still watching for the angles out from elbow. It's a Kame to swing
Yeah,
through
it's
all
just
of
kind of a
sudden.
gun diff.
Magic pop on top, but Pat finds
Patmen
quick
gets
double.
2, but it's not enough. It really kind of feels like GE needs like one more thing to help them get like brute force through a choke point, whether it's always using Udaton as a even though his teleports are kind of bad at doing this, like smoke this and just throw a veto teleport in there from time to time. Like try and actually teleport through the choke point with the Yoru. Or swap out the Astra for an Omen, even though I think Astra's much better than Omen on this map. But right now they just don't have enough like punching power to get through these choke points. You know, swap out the Yoru for a Waylay or something like that. It's just hard for them to actually play attack.
Lurks.
Is the adjustment going to be an operator?
Or yeah, like this. Bring out the operator, contact op a lot more. Something to make it so DFM can't just fight them in the choke point constantly.
On this attacking side for Autumn. A pit immediately in towards mid, and this composition as well. Are you investing
I mean, honestly, maybe even just play like a Sky. Play a Sky instead of the
Prowlers
Fade.
to figure that one out? Clone to try and get in. I feel like it's just going to be an unattainable situation of space that GE see in towards mid. Going to have to look to the other sides of the map, and we've already seen tendencies of DFM that they don't care. They won't push too hard. Unless you reveal essentially all your players on the other side of the map. Prowler's going in at the A site. That'll find Patmen, by the way, off yonder, as Yatska is going to be here on B with Cess.
They're trying to set up this
Hold on,
operator, find the
offline.
pick.
Oh,
I mean,
jump peek
nice little
too,
jump
and
peek.
Axel's-
Like, legitimately, GE is doing some really good stuff, but they're kind of playing the map on hard mode,
Swing
at least on the
from
attack
Hey, you get
side.
the drift
At
as
least on the
well.
attack
This has
side.
to almost be go time. You have to play on the space that you found right now.
It was a really nice
of
jump
course
peek,
don't know
bait and switch for the
how many
operator.
players
That's
might be on
like
the backside
good
of
stuff
B.
right there.
Perhaps until a drift comes in.
Important to have a vocal player right now. Coordinate a play for Global Esports. Drift in. See everything that is there. That's a good seize, by the way, to try and finish him off. And it's good spraying.
This has
through.
been
Spray
nice
the
so far.
body for the drift. May and Akame, the A players, which GE should know. Now to see if they can get this done.
30 seconds
Should
left.
be clear as day. Only 2 left. Plus you got the angles covered, so a save, a full save.
All right,
Fine.
and just a save for DFM. Yeah,
don't
so I
really-
mean, I think
Just the no.
this is kind of what I was saying is like they need
Trace here and
something on their attack because they can't really just brute force execute. They don't have enough punching power. So the operator contact is really good. You know, being really, really diligent about farming the Yoru and the Fade ult consistently. It would be another thing they could do. Just like consistently get 2 orbs every single half or every single round if they can.
You're going over towards this A site. You know it's going to be the Fade Raise. And we've not really seen off the rip Seize Nade combos either. Not feeling too pressured to be able to deploy them to catch Global with the toxic screen that generally goes up. Really focused on towards a bit of a ramp spot right now for Autumn. If May peeked out, there's the backing up of GE to start to get those sprays down though onto him. I wonder if you're going to try and
Sending
take
the
this as a
Viper
dry
up
fight,
first.
Patmen. That would be ill-advised, but he
Wow.
does win it. So an advantage.
Big kill from Patmen.
Space that he is
Giving them
very
some
hungry
hope.
and finding and
Wow,
very
2.
well rewarded for.
Might even
All
look for
right.
a coming right underneath.
The Paper X
Trying to
Patmen
spot
is
for it.
back.
Kaide's close by.
He's
as well,
just
and when
killing
down rush on
everybody.
him.
A lot of these
He's just killing
round
everybody.
as well.
This is another thing
Time
is
to
like
go.
On in the
also if you're gonna play a comp that is not necessarily good at like exploding through choke points, sometimes you just kind of have to play with more balls. You just have to take these dry fights. You just have to like just really swing with confidence. You know, just triple swing stuff. You can't just like go up to the choke point and then, you know, just be like, hey guys, we're in the choke point. We're gonna try and come through the choke point now. Sometimes you just have to just take timings and just like be a little bit more chaotic on the attack. You can't play super structured with a comp that doesn't have the best punching power.
While the final round plays out, secondary off being brought out by Javi this time.
Evolution on Lime, but no showstopper on the side of May. You'll
Okay,
not
switching
care
it
about
up,
rest of the
giving
utilities
the
at
op to the
moment.
Astra,
Kaide is spotted in towards mid.
hoping that DFM
Ultimately,
will react by
Art's
taking B
Could be a bit of
main
a bailout
in
strategy
response to the mid
to
pressure.
get that drift online.
Makes sense. There's
This
logic.
is certainly around that you're
Good.
going to try and dump everything in as Global Esports, and you want some answers for the Japanese side.
Really need that one.
Passiveness over at the A side again, not contending with the choke itself.
Does continue to keep Kamian invested though.
No contact.
Now slowly beginning to move through Garage. Yatsuka.
Oh, I don't know if they were spotted just yet. It's a bit of a bait play to sneak Yatsuka in to do something very large.
Could expire as well.
Oh, it will in just a second.
Genji
That's
hoping
why
for an
these guys
opportunity.
go
They
looking.
get it.
And
They
well,
gotta go
that's
now. Yep.
And that's exactly where
Oh,
G will
Cess.
press in and execute.
They gotta
Cess
go.
Hit by Nightfall, as well as trying to shoot
They're
out
not
the
going.
He just
Why
ran
are they
into
not
the open
going?
before the smokes had even gone down. He's very lucky to still be alive.
G not quite pushing in just yet because
I
they
don't-
don't know what's on the other side of the smoke, but that might
Why didn't they pop there? They get the
Tries to
pick.
go
They've got 3 people.
looking. And, well, that's wrong.
They've used the Fade ult.
and that's exactly where
God,
G will
They smoke, but they're not going.
press in and execute.
This, I mean, really, this needs to be Crystal and Javi, especially Crystal. This has to just be run through the smoke. Like the Yoru is opping, so it has to be the Fade and the Astra that just entry.
That's getting hit by Nightfall, as well as trying to shoot out the Haunt.
He just ran
Yeah,
into the
now-
open before the smokes had even
now they're
gone
in
down.
trouble.
He's very lucky to still be alive.
G not quite pushing in just yet because they don't know what's on the other side of the smoke.
And they need to start making
but
more noise
might
here
be
to
slight
distract
mistake.
from
Now
this Viper
Cosmic divide
coming.
up. Billy's coming back through.
Okay.
Siege
Working out all right.
landing perfectly,
They
but it
get
doesn't quite
through.
land onto Yudotan thanks to the evolution. They will
Probably
just
gonna work
continue
out
to
all
push
right.
through, hunting down frag by frag.
And from what we've seen so far as well from GE, they have had these calls to go and flip the map, to go and
Yeah, I mean, a solid end of the half for GE. They kind of like solved their problem, which is definitely a good sign.
it's already in
For map,
5 should be enough if they play this well, especially if they get a pistol.
we'll
yeah.
see on the defensive side.
We're hoping that this is going to be more of an alpha side situation, but it's going to be over towards B. And it may very well just be DFM getting in free of charge and going for an early plant.
Oh, clear on through with double satchel.
Oh,
Shots
that's
not
tough.
tracked. Not this time.
Don't like the frenzy of that distance. DFM getting in free of charge and going for
Okay, so Patmen takes a 1v1. They have the Yoru kind of here to help
an
in
early
time,
plant.
Oh, clear on through with double
but Autumn
satchel.
gets pushed back, and then Javi has a frenzy for middle.
Shots not tracked. Not this
Yeah,
time.
not a great
Don't
spot
like
for
the frenzy
that.
of that distance.
Tough way to recover for the remainder of GE.
Spike planted.
Yeah, 5 versus 3, but a safe plant.
Oh, I don't know if you can really walk out though. Crystal, you
don't get the
smoke
kill.
off, you don't just able to get one.
Probably
but
just don't have enough
once
numbers
again,
at this
utility not
point,
really
even though Crystal
favoring them.
finds
Crystal
another
finding
one.
more shots. Kaide
Okay,
pulling
wait.
all the way up and down
Okay,
onto it
wait.
at the end. He's managed to spot them down. Goes for
Oh
the reload.
my
Crystal up for the
goodness.
hunt. Also needing to.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. GE shouldn't have won that round. They pulled it back to a point where they could win the round, and then they just lose the final 1v1.
Take the fight
Let's
over
see this
at the
final
tower
duel from
towards
Crystal.
Kaide, but they do. There was an opportunity for them to just focus in the 2 versus 1 for the spike.
Huge
timing to
kills
get
from
on
Crystal.
towards the spike, but instead trying to play on the lower HP stuck scenario
Wow.
of Kaide in the chokehold, and Crystal.
That was huge. What a huge round to
1
lose.
versus 1. I feel like DFM had the beginning, Global had the middle, but DFM had the end.
Yeah, and then it's just gonna be. Oh,
These rounds continue on this way. The end might draw near. Crystal, though, trying to.
I mean, he gets 2. He's doing
Kaide at the trade.
incredible work with the classic,
Javi gunned down as well. We're back at the
but
side. So
it's just a gun diff at the
A bit of
end.
a bonus are going to be
All
very
right,
happy. for
9 to
them
5.
finding
GE
these
has to win
rounds,
this
having a
round.
4-round
Patmen has a
lead.
judge.
Important one here that is going to be every member
And it's
of
just going to
DFM
be an
challenged
A hit
straight towards
from
this A side of
DFM.
the map that is going to be a little bit of a
Double
pressure
duelist,
cooker
take the
scenario
ramp
for
aggressively.
Javi. Maybe even more for the guys over at the tower side.
Oh, playing off the ropes, though. Should help them somewhat.
Udaton
There
gets
they go.
2.
A couple more kills.
Goes for a
Perhaps
third.
Pat as well, laying out a trap.
Did he have to
Hitting
do
the
that?
C's,
I
though.
don't know. Oh,
Unfortunately,
no.
turns away the wrong second. Up them somewhat, and there
Like, he just won the round. He just wins the round if he just chills. Doesn't have to go for
they
more.
go. A couple more kills.
Patmen
Perhaps
also doesn't
Pat
have to
as
go
well,
for
laying out a
more.
trap.
They don't
Hitting the
know about
C's,
him.
though.
He goes up well decayed. He has 14 HP and he's trying to take a fight. Oh, the decision making
Decisions
is
to
rough.
take these fights
Autumn,
from
though.
Global
That is
a
rough.
good push, don't get me wrong, but it always looks like Kaide was aware of it.
Yeah, managed to
mind.
slip in. Now holding the angle. All of a sudden,
Okay.
feeling the pressure to take the fight on against Autumn. He thought to TP, but that's where Akami
He
goes.
tried to fake it just then.
Oh my goodness.
Awkward,
Trying to do
intense.
too much with
Crystal
the
coming back
util.
through, but this is where things could get really dangerous with 1v1s. Crystal,
Why?
no!
Are we switching guns?
Oh my
This is where things could
goodness.
get really
What
dangerous
are
with
they
1v1s.
doing, bro?
Crystal,
Why?
no!
Are we switching guns?
Nah,
Javi
man.
now, walking on forward, looking for Cess. Where could he have gone? The Nightfall sent by Akami clears so much. You've got the stars, but you're looking the wrong.
From the history that we've seen in
That is tough, dude. Like, they literally
I
won the
feel
round right
like
there.
From the history that we've seen in the coaching booth for Frost, the sentence is probably, "What are we doing?" With some hand animations.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is a extremely sloppy round to come through
That
from Global
is
in a
tough,
lot of those
man.
moments too. Having second, having third challenges on ropes.
Yeah.
Timeout immediately narrow the
Yeah, I mean, that.
game. They would have.
Oh, that hurts to watch as a coach. That's just like, bro, we won the round. It's 5v3. We have gun advantage. They're not on site. They don't have the spike down. Just relax. Just relax.
Against full sense as well, which would have been really nice if G got
Yes,
it.
they would have. Yes, they would have.
But here we are.
Okay.
It's good
I
usage
like
of
that.
the intercept up.
Nice
Actually
veto.
there to zap out the poison cloud. So see if that's going to be worth
Oof.
it over there for Crystal now, as you've got immediate rotations from Patmen. And the rest of the squad towards the B site.
And Crystal gets
well,
picked.
it's wrong. Everybody
I mean, here's one thing I will say, like,
Crystal now, as you've got
he kind of needs to be spotting, but like,
Patmen.
this eye is bad. If he just throws it right here and it gets broken, he doesn't need to peek this. So throwing this eye way up high and trying to get some like huge scan for a spam kill or something makes him have to play aggressively when he's the weak side player. If he dies, the site is over. So he really needs to play this more safely.
And the rest of the squad towards the B site. And, well, it's wrong. Everybody gonna have to run on over towards the A side if that's where DFM recognizes it's gonna be weaker at the current juncture.
Fortunate though, because this is going to create so many gaps.
I mentioned
Yeah,
Patmen
and
for a
now,
specific
and now
reason
GE's
here at
kind
the
of
moment,
going to
because
be
he has to be
incentivized to look for
self-sufficient on
information
this
by
site.
peeking,
So
which is
wouldn't mind
not
one
going to be
which
good for
Harvey does
them.
Skedaddle on over.
They're just
Play
going to
on your
gamble to
own top
B,
screen.
which unfortunately is not going to be correct.
Cold destroyed.
Should be a little bit telling, right?
Portal closed. Oh, it just tells you that you can't
They
defend.
do
It's gonna be a dirty situation.
start to
By himself, with a little
rotate.
bit of timing. The worrisome scenario is just Autumn because he's got no escape route right now.
30 seconds
Just a
left.
flash and an angle.
It's
He will
one,
be able to
but
find the
again,
first pick.
gun
But
diff, numbers
it's straight out
diff.
DFM hiding.
And we've lost our tower control and we're still knifing out.
Slight time.
Yeah,
time
this
perhaps, no, but
is
still
definitely
positive
just
left
kind of a
open. DFM
communication
aware.
breakdown, it looks
These
like.
kills could go really
some of these
south
situations.
really soon. Kaide quick with the trade. Javi though, out with the Sheriff.
They're making this expensive. It does kind of feel like GE still maybe has like a firepower advantage slightly. They're hitting a lot of shots, but...
And also reviewing locations, but Cess not able to take the duel. It's down to it onto the...
They're kind of putting themselves in bad spots where they have to shoot their way out of it. All right.
You know, very below par, essentially, in the way that they've been playing this map.
Bring them down.
Smaller mid. Can you remove?
I go recon go straight away. The break it. Two.
I can take back and you pick.
Autumn on a very ambitious line at the moment, but needs to make sure he doesn't give away the goods, which he doesn't.
Okay, good
Swing
pick
on out
by
of
the
yard
Yoru.
scuff. But will it be advantages converted or not? He doubles on down.
That's a crazy play by Kaide.
Which means definitely want to go back towards A, peeking out top mid now.
Oh, Yudotan had to be careful as that smoke did bloom.
Let's see. I mean,
Would've been a
GE should
2 versus
never
1.
lose this round. They're in a
For
really good
changing
spot.
Scenario with the showstopper perhaps, but not quite the launching pad just yet. If you can go on through further enough, then maybe.
On
For a game-changing scenario with the showstopper perhaps, but not quite the launching pad just yet.
Okay, not the best situation. No communication between Patmen and Yudotan about fighting this, it looks like. Yudo playing safely.
Enough, then maybe.
And he plays
And
too
that kill
aggressive.
could have been it.
it's 5 versus 3, and those are 2 advantage numbers.
And that's the veto down, so now they can't intercept the raise rocket. Oh, that kill is so important, man. And they're going
But it's
into the
fatigue.
B site where the interceptor is, but he can't use it because he's dead.
Taking those as 2
Holy
versus
shit,
ones.
that's
It's good
bad.
confirmation, don't get me wrong.
Oh.
Head-to-head spotted by
Oh,
Cess.
what
Not
a
aware
paranoia
right
by
now.
Cess.
Harvey taken down. This is looking to be a massive conversion round for DFM.
30
Might
seconds
even give
left.
them match and series points.
Spike
Autumn
planted.
in with Dimensional Drift. A little bit desperate to look out for as much as possible. If Crystal can find the frags, but he wasn't looking the right way. Main, quick to respond, and now the flash goes out. But he wasn't looking the right way.
What just
Desperate to
happened?
look out for as much as possible. If Crystal can find the frags, but he wasn't looking the right way.
Yeah, he's not
Main,
really,
quick to respond, and now the flash goes out.
not really
one
following the
guy.
Yoru.
Against the whole of DFM.
All right, Autumn has to save the operator.
Been a lot more impressed by the way they've been navigating majority of these rounds as opposed to how GE has to this split
That
map.
was not
3v5
great from
putting
GE.
in. I mean,
Not
you can
great
only
from
wonder
GE. That was like a cascade of bad events. Patmen peeking too much, kind of baiting Yudotan into playing too aggressively. Yudotan dies, so he doesn't have the ability to stop the raise rocket. The raise rocket kills the guy who's anchoring on B. Forces them to use the Yoru ult to try and salvage the round. The Yoru ult doesn't get any value because they're too panicked trying to salvage the round that they should have never been losing. Holy shit.
Going on with GE. Meanwhile, for DFM, this could be the rounds. Up out for Yatsuka now.
It's 7 map points. It's more than they had in the previous map. And whilst you're on this forward line with the operator at the moment, you're just immediately getting the puzzle pieces played. Forcing Autumn off the line. DFM a lot of time to cook with for themselves as well. Make sure you're not burning the recipe here.
Ooh. Oh, well, things catching fire a little bit.
Okay,
Autumn
GE
managing
gets
to get
another
out.
numbers advantage.
Back in with a double
Another
peek
big
again.
numbers advantage. Can they convert?
It's a helpful set of hands, don't get me wrong. But I think a lot of people will be asking,
Should be able to.
where was this a couple of rounds ago? Cess and Akame see what they can sneak in and find, as the spike is technically in a unretrievable position right now if Global keeps on going forwards. Cess does have the ultimate to pick it up, but you have to find advantages first before deciding to utilize that.
All right.
Yeah, it's way too risky
We'll
for now.
speed
Autumn
through
still
this.
watching the angles though.
Enemy remaining.
Okay,
Yeah,
Autumn gets
pretty
another
much
pick,
even this round
and
is-
that's round.
It
4 kills
needs
for Autumn.
by round in this
Nicely
game.
done.
That's
But again, GE has to play perfectly from this point. They've really dug themselves a hole.
only your first on this defensive side. And we're eventually going to have a stack of ults from DFM to throw into the mix as
Nice
well.
pick.
Okay, that's a good little start though. Quickly responding to Mace footsteps up ramp, but now where else do you go? Because DFM, that was all a ruse.
Yudotan.
Oh,
Well, dispatch of Kai, Day and Autumn with the ultimate
right,
again.
taking them
the
apart.
of Cess. So this round looking a lot more of a premium tasting one for GE. Maybe in a flawless variety as well, which it will be.
All right.
The ladder for
I
operator.
mean, it's another clean round. DFM calls a timeout early.
Getting
5 more chances to close out the map. They're going to try and stack their ults maybe, come up with some sort of aggressive fast hit on the lower by.
Online for Yatsuka, for Kame.
Bring them down.
As I said, Prowler out first. See if there's going to be anything on the closer line with that
Prodding
operator.
A here.
You'll hear the Interceptor to zap a little bit of this utility. So
Nice
you start to get a
Interceptor.
little bit of a picture of who may be playing around as things start to get destroyed. And Autumn's offline as well. Not able to get on.
Yeah, not quite. Sesto
The
somehow
setup is
still
nice.
alive. He sent out his paranoia a little bit early as well. The team trying to go off of it, but unfortunately shot down by Yudotan. Now,
Okay, 3v2.
towards the back
1
of this
rifle,
Cosmic
1
Divide,
stinger.
you just
Should be
can't see
winnable.
Too much into sight.
Yeah, the timing comes out a little bit earlier from DFM there that it looks like Global.
The Cosmic Divide is it's decent for the A player, but it kind of makes the Heaven players have a lot of problems because this could just be like a full-on run through middle, and they just have no idea.
Esports were ready for.
We'll
They
speed
managed
through
to
this.
find it nicely,
DFM
and
is
it's up
obviously
to
going to
B.
run over to
Whereby
B.
Yudotan, rest of the team hitting the shots as well. Getting up those guns.
The smoke
It
holds
would
them
feel
at
like in
A.
this situation, but the job is still not done.
They're
Two versus
concerned
three.
that somebody's walked down
Go around
middle,
merry-go
which is
round
why
DFM
they're
towards the
walking
B-side
all the way
as well,
through
very small.
spawn.
Right.
This is taking so long, though, that
Look
G is
towards Global
reading
here.
this
Really
pretty
make sure they
well.
aren't
30 seconds left.
too hesitance too. Making sure they're just holding guns up, not getting caught out at the wrong timing. Because this should shift into a bit of a retake. Crystal for a Prowler, Autumn for a Flash, Harvey with a couple of stars as well.
10 seconds left.
But this B-site does offer a lot of good angles that DFM can hold for. So you have to make sure you do not overlook anything.
Okay, Kame goes for early contact.
Peeking.
Player
Hopefully trying to
standing.
walk away
Good
with
kill
one
by
kill. It's not
Javi.
gonna happen today.
Teamwork.
Just put himself in the right spot for this Flood Valley.
I don't know though. With Stinger running out of
Good
ammo.
jump across.
Yeah.
Again,
He
GE
plays
I'm a little bit worried about.
playing the round
soon.
quite
Autumn
well.
getting closer towards the for DFM off the get-go. Mid protocol. For the 1-3-1, pit towards the B side of the map
All right,
as well.
this is going to be a tough one for GE to deal with. They've got Yoru ult, Omen ult, one off of Fade ult, Viper ult. DFM's also going to try and contact with the
potential.
Yoru, looks like.
Dive back towards middle. Wait out the talk screen. Smokes. Perhaps approach through with a Prowler.
Bit of a different look towards the Veto util as well on this B site. There's that dimensional drift coming in for Autumn because they are feeling a little bit problems in this round already. How far up are DFM? The drift is not going to be...
Okay, fairly early
able
Yoru
to
ult used
find
for
any kills,
GE to
any
kind of
rewards
understand what's
there.
going on in the round, which means they don't have it to
Just enough
counter
information
the
outside
DFM
middle to
Viper
start
ult
to
if
perhaps
DFM
worry
can get
about
on
that.
site.
Stays DFM off from going in towards the vents, more importantly, right? From
Oh,
looking
yes.
for some different angles to try and
Where
find
are
some
you?
opening advantages. Haunt
call for
towards a
Crystal.
main.
He really loves this super high haunt. I don't really know what this is. I mean, maybe this scans everything. I have
Dodged,
no idea.
by the way. So there's a good window here for DFM to get free ramp control, to set themselves up for a
There
drift
must
to
be
their
a
own
gap in that. Like, I don't know. There must be a gap because, like, yeah,
into
there's
this A site.
Yeah, start to worry about it.
definitely an
Kaide
info
already
gap
sneaked
here.
Up ramp, spotting out Autumn.
Okay,
Into
3
this
players
site,
here
though, out of
for
the drift,
GE.
and that's exactly where DFM
Into the
Let's go back and
for
watch this one more
DFM.
time.
Haunt
Call for
towards a
Crystal.
some different angles to try and
Where
find
are
some
you?
opening advantages.
I also really don't like the fact that he's using this. Like, just use the Prowler. If you just Prowler this corner, you still have your Haunt to counter when they actually hit, which would be way better. That you can spam through the Viper Wall and stuff, or through smokes or whatever. And the Prowler's much less valuable here. 51 seconds. I think it's fine to use another Prowler and check this.
Haunt
call for
towards a
Crystal.
Yeah, I
Main
really don't know where
dodged,
this Haunt
by
is
the way.
landing.
So there's a good window here for DFM.
It must be landing like up here or something. Maybe.
To get free ramp control, to set themselves up for a drift of their own into this A site.
Yeah, start to worry about it. Kaide already sneaked up ramp, spotting out Autumn. Into the site, though, out of the drift, and that's exactly where DFM starts to execute.
Nice util from DFM,
3 players
and they
dead
just
in an
delete
instant.
everybody on site.
As I said, these ultimates, they could have been
That's
waiting for all of them,
unfortunate.
but it was go time on the dimensional drift, scoping out everything. Akame can even rip in the Nightfall towards the screens and make you have a bad day here if you wanted to.
Never mind that, the guns at this point just not even enough. Just Pat to try to do and lift up everything. He's got to work around the pit. Right now,
Yeah.
just trapped around elbow, and as
Oh,
soon as
that's
he
it.
peeks out,
DFM wins. I really feel like that series was basically just GE is the more skilled team. They shoot harder, but DFM plays more fundamentally sound. And when GE played the rounds well with good discipline, they dominated because they can shoot better and their setups are pretty good. When DFM just played disciplined and let GE make mistakes, they won the rounds. And a lot of the rounds that they were winning where GE was making mistakes is like the big pivotal rounds. If I'm a GE fan, this makes me kind of mad that they lost this game, but I honestly think that it's kind of just one of those things where this is a team with a lot of different nationalities. This honestly reminds me like some of the losses that we had last year when I was the coach, where we are shooting better than the other team, but the communication is breaking down in critical moments. And we're just making some individual mistakes that are then being compounded on by other individual mistakes that are spiraling the games out of control and digging too deep of a hole to actually come back from.